You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds.
The PBA Season 50 quarterfinals continue on RPTV. Dadako naman tayo dun sa kabilang side ng bracket. And ang unang serye na tututukan natin, itong Rain or Shine versus the Meralco Bolts. Of course, the Elasto Painters, merong twice to beat advantage against the Bolts. Pero napakaganda ng laban dito. Hindi mo alam kung sinong may advantage even with that twice to beat incentive. No clear advantage talaga for these two teams because two teams na matagal na naghahanap ng kampyonato in the Philippine Cup in particular. Meralco nakaisa na pero tuloy pa rin ang paghahabol ni Coach Cheng, ni Gabe Norwood at ng Rain or Shine. Magandang araw po sa inyo. Jot Sulit together with El Patron, Jolly Escobar, bumabati ng isang maligayang Pasko.
Good afternoon po sa inyo lahat and an excellent elimination phase para dito sa Rain or Shine. Tulad ng sinabi mo, Jot, ganda ng kanilang record, 8 wins, 3 losses and doing this despite yung kanilang kakulangan sa mga malalaki. Kulang na kulang sa mga big man ang Rain or Shine. But Meralco will always be a very dangerous opponent, lalo na sa Philippine Cup dahil 2 seasons ago, Jot, alam naman natin nag-champion na ito.
Yeah, tingnan muna natin ngayon kung ano yung sitwasyon natin. In our playoffs, may nakaisa na. May nakauna na coach ng San Miguel.
Tama ka, San Miguel andyan na. Tapos yung sa baba niyan is Converge kontra Ginebra. Ginebra extends that series. Meron po tayong malupit na laro bukas lang. And this is our game. The game that we're gonna do. Rain or Shine, twice to beat po yan against Meralco. Then the other one, maya lang po, is TNT, twice to beat against Magnolia.
Etong Rain or Shine, ang ganda ng record nito in the elimination round. And they got off to such a great start, Coach.
Again, Jot, doing that 8-3 record na medyo nagkukulang sa malaki. Diba? Bo Belga can only see a few minutes because of yung kanya mga health issues. Parang hindi nagsabay lang for the first 2 games, Kalen Chongson and Datu. Pero mga na-injure, yung mga, diba, the Chongson, 4-5 games na wala. Datu naman, nawala 4-5 games din. So, relegated to gentlemen like Clarito, Gabe Norwood, Santi Santillan. Parang gang rebounding na lang ang nangyari para sa kanila dyan. Survive sila. Here they are, twice to beat sila dyan.
Alam mo, tama naman kasi sinabi mo na kulang talaga sa big men itong Rain or Shine. But they have players who play bigger than their heights and their bodies. Isa na nga dyan, itong si Jonard Clarito.
Yung description mo na yun, ang daming ganyan dito sa Rain or Shine. Di ba yung hindi naman grabe ang kanilang size, pero getting a lot of points. Sipin mo, ito maganda to, 13.7 points. Yan na ang mataas na scoring para sa kanila dyan. Ibig sabihin, ang ganda ng pag-spread out ng kanilang mga points. 49% ang kanyang field goals, 6.5 boards, yun yung sinasabi mo dyan. Mga 6'2 lamang ito. Tinapihan ko si Jonard, matangkad pa ako eh. 2.5 assists per game. So, key player is Jonard Clarito.
Grabe naman yung flex mo. Pati yung tangkad mo, dinaig mo pa si Clarito. But you did mention it correctly, Coach Jolly, na merong 6 na player kasi ang Rain or Shine averaging double figures in scoring. Yan naman talaga yung alam nating sistema ni coaching, equal opportunities. Hindi mo alam kung sino ang sasakit sa'yo in terms of, the offense of Rain or Shine. Pero itong Sinokong is a nightly weapon for Coach Yep.
Definitely, Jot, para sa akin, one of the most exciting players to watch in the PBA these days. Almost 13 points ang kanyang naitatala. 38% ang kanyang field goal average. 3.5 rebounds. Not a lot of size, again, pero gets a good number of rebounds. Tapos ang average niya sa assist, 3 din. So napakahalaga niya, Adrian Noko, para sa Rain or Shine.
Pag-usapan na rin natin yung susunod na manlalaro ng Rain or Shine and Kaylan Yongson. There was some time that he was missing games dito sa elimination round. And who knows, baka mas maganda pang record ng Rain or Shine if he was healthy and was available. But the good thing is, ngayong importante na, quarterfinals na, he is ready to go.
Vital players Kaylan Chongson para dito sa Rain or Shine. Not only does he score 12.3 points per game, almost 8 boards pa siya. That's number 1 para sa kanyang kupunan sa Rain or Shine. 35% on the field goals. So plays both sides of the floor very well, Kaylan Chongson, John.
And for more on Rain or Shine, isama na natin sa kwentuhan si Miss Eileen Shi.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. Sumapit ang Rain or Shine Elasto Painters sa kanilang huling elimination round game. And while Coach Yeng Giao would have hoped that they could build off of that coming here in the playoffs, ang pangpakonsuelo na lang daw niya is knowing that his team put up a fight. Nagpakita daw sila ng lakas kontra ang Barangay Ginebra, even if they have already secured the twice-to-beat advantage, and eventually even if they ended up with a loss. He acknowledges na magiging mas importante yan given the change in roster as they go up against Meralco the second time around this conference. Wala na si Keith Datu, pero pasok naman si Luis Villegas. They are a little smaller now, kaya naman above all things, Coach Yeng repeatedly emphasized limiting offensive rebounds will be the main focus for them today, especially if they want to get things done in one. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Eileen. Napakahalaga niyan. Yung pagpasok ni Villegas to add on to that size disadvantage na meron sila.
Tama ka.
Nabanggit mo kanina.
Tama, Jot. I keep on mentioning, di ba, nakapasok sila sa phase na to na top 4 na malaking kakulangan dun sa kanilang mga big. So, alam mo, kahit nga hindi siya umiscore ng 10-15 na puntos, importante, he does the big man stuff.
Now with Meralco started out slow but they picked it up enough para makapasok pa dito sa quarter.
Tama ka, Jot. Yung enough na yun lang. Parang sakto lang. Ang gulo ng kanilang naging schedule. Walang laro sa PBA yan the whole of November, Jot. Pero yun na nga, still pulling it off. Pasok pa rin doon sa bottom 4. 6-5 ang kanilang record. 6 seeds sila. 0-2 kagad ang kanilang naging start, Jot. Pero towards the end, 3 out of 4 3 wins out of 4 games sila. So, still able to make yung ating quarterfinals.
Hindi biro kasi pinagdaanan ng Bolts while playing the PBA. Naglalaro din sila sa EASL.
Yes.
Kaya, alam mo yun, double duty. Nung November na binabanggit mo, doon sila naglalaro sa EASL. At isang talagang nag-break out this season, etong si CJ Cancino playing in his sophomore year. And it looks like he has earned the reins as the lead man of Meralco.
Nag-break out, sabi mo, a revelation. Ang sabi ko dito, CJ Cancino, yung asterisk po na 19.2 points per game. Pinakamataas po siyang score para sa Meralco Bolts. Mataas ang field goal percentage, 45%. Almost 5 boards and 1.5 assists per game. Talagang in-encourage nila na Nusam at saka nila Hodgson. Just play your game, CJ, sabi ng dalawang kuya niya, John.
Well, speaking of Nusam waited 9 years bago niya nakuha yung una niyang kampyonato in the PBA. But you know, si Nusam, he has always been talked about as a great leader in the locker room, in the team huddles. And looks like, binibigyan niya talaga ng pagkakataon si Cancino to step forward while still being the leader and the heart and soul of this Meralco team.
Well, that's the captain of the squad, Jat. And tama ka, matalino si Nunu. Nakita niya, magaling na bata ito. Encourage ko siya. At yun na nangyari, di ba? Yung 19 points ni Cancino. Pero siya, si Captain Ball, Chris Newsom, 14.5 points per game on 39% field goals. 3.7 boards, 3.2 assists. Always a very important player for Meralco Bolts is Nunu, Chris Newsom.
Kung heart and soul si Newsom, yung engine naman undoubtedly goes by the name of Cliff Hodge. I mean, since Cliff entered the PBA, yung maasama mo talaga dito yung energy at walang kapagurang effort on the court.
Actually, nakakatuwa silang dalawang Meralco lifers is Newsom and Clifford Hodge. Hindi tama ka, hindi tatakbo ng maganda ito kung wala yung dalawang veteranong to. 10.5 points per game, 49% field goals, 8.5 boards, pinakamarami para sa koponan ng Meralco. More than Almazan and Brandon Bates, tapos 1 assist per game pa. Etong si Clifford Hodge.
And Bong Quinto is also part of this mix ng Meralco. Si Quinto baka hindi masyado maingay yung pangalan dito sa conference na to, pero maaasahan mo to si Bong, lalo na kapag digdigan in close games, he has always been a weapon for the Bolts.
Well, against Ross specifically, double-double lang naitala ni Bong doon. So he seems comfortable playing against Rain or Shine. His averages are 10.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, 39% ang kanyang mga field goals, and then the 3.7 assists is the highest in the team, Jack.
That's right, and Bong Quinto, para tong Swiss knife eh. Iba't iba yung, kung ano yung kailangan mo sa kanya, yes sir, yun lang ang sagot niya, and then he goes to work.
Sundalong tunay, Jat.
Well, let's hear more about the Meralco Bolts. Again, let's bring in Eileen.
Gentlemen, succumbing to rain or shine in overtime the first time around was not ideal for the Meralco Bolts. They were limited to 14 in the fourth quarter in overtime combined, while rain or shine was at 26. Ika nga ni Coach Sandro Soriano, our poor execution and offense fueled their transition game, but now we know better. Kaya naman coming into today, ang bila niya is to be stronger with the ball. It is important that they limit turnovers and take better shots, because without that, more or less, they can expect the same result as the first time. They spend a lot of time reviewing rain or shine's individual tendencies too, so it goes without saying that that's something that they are expected to do today. Better defense, especially on Jonard, Mamu, and Locom. Back to you.
Maraming salamat, Eileen. Coach, it's very exciting itong series. Actually, lahat naman ng mga series natin in the quarterfinals, kahit may twice to beat advantage, you never know what's gonna happen. Pero the fact na overtime nga, yung elimination round meeting na itong dalawang to, talagang it just goes to show yung tema natin, which is no clear advantage. Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin. A 96-95 squeaker won by Rain or Shine.
That's correct. At sa CD Open, nilaro yan Judge, showing a lot of poise ang Rain or Shine dyan. I think it was a 3-pointer towards the end. Ito yung tip in ni Gabe Norwood that sent it into overtime. And then Rain or Shine ako ng panalo dyan, 96 38% as against 35% field goals para sa Meralco. 17 points off of the turnovers ang Rain or Shine. 12 points lang ang Meralco dito. Points in the paint, 44-40. Magandang matchup din talaga sila, John, di ba?
Yung tip ni Gabe dun sa larong yun, dun nagsimula yung petition na wag muna mag-retire, Gabe. Parang kaya pa.
Sabi naman ni Coach, pag pinakiusapan ko ng isang conference yan, papayag naman siya.
Well, tingnan natin kung magsisimula si Gabe, kung sino magiging starters for both teams. Let's meet them in a few. It's game 1. And could be, the only game of this short series between Rain or Shine and Meralco dahil po may twice to beat advantage ang Elasto Painters against the Bolts here in the quarterfinals. But you can never count out etong Meralco just because of what they've shown us in recent history. Tandaan natin, sila rin yung dito rin sila sa Philippine Cup nakakuha ng kanilang first and only PBA championship so far. And that buzzer signals it. It's time now to meet the starters, both from Meralco and Rain or Shine.
Smart Araneta Coliseum, and this is the quarterfinals of the Philippine Cup of your PBA 50. Our first game for today features the quarterfinals matchup between the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters and the Meralco Bolts. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Point guard from Cagayan Valley, number 11, Stanley Bringo. Shooting guard is the season 49 recipient of the Samboy Lim Sportsmanship Award from Batangas City, number 3, Gian Mamuya. Small forward is the 48 season's most improved player from Magsaysay, Davao del Oro, number 22, Junior Clarito. Power forward from Cebu, number 0, Kaylan Johnson. And at center from Gubat Sorsogon, number 28, Bo Belga. Coaching the Elasto Painters is Yang Giao. It is time to meet the starters for the Meralco Bolts. Point guard from Quezon City, number 1, Aaron Black. Shooting guard from Valenzuela City, number 71, CJ Cancino. Small forward is a one-time Finals MVP from Pidig Ilocos Norte, number 11, Chris Newsom. Power forward is the season 48 Defensive Player of the Year from Cavite City, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And at center from Pasig City, number 33, Brandon Bates. Coaching the Bolts is Luigi Trillo. Game officials are Peter Balao, Erwin Traballo, James Paez, and
Your
Joe
officials
Guy.
for this game, Balao, Traballo, Paez, and Guy. A very, very important tip between the Bolts and Rainer Shine. Pringle and Mamuya will be starting in the backcourt. Norwood will be coming off the bench for this particular game, as Belga will be the veteran starting para naman sa Meralco. Medyo set in stone naman itong lineup. But actually, Chris Newsom, only his 5th start, Coach Johnny, in this entire conference. So medyo nga nag-iiba yung rules this conference for the Bolts. But it's gonna be Cancino and Newsom sharing the floor to start this game. Ball is up, game is on.
Jack, yung sinasabi mong set in stone ng mga starters para sa Meralco, tama ka, si CJ Cancino, and of course Clifford Hodge and Brandon Bates, ang all 11 games in the elimination phase, palaging starter yung mga yun. Sa walang nag-start ng every game, iba-iba. Alam naman natin ng mga coach yan, depende sa mga matchups, depende sa mga ine-ensayo mo.
Yung pinaka-consistent na sa starting lineup ni Coach Yeng, number 1 is Jonard Clarito.
Yes.
Yung pangalawa,
Yun ang
yung
malupit.
binanggit natin si Gabe Norwood. Kaya nga pinuna natin that he's not starting this game for Coach Yeng.
Siguro sabi ni Coaching, gusto mo mag-retire ha? Sige, palalaroin kita ng gusto. And it's paying dividends. Ang ganda ng mga nilalaro ng isang Gabe Norwood. Always a good number of points and rebounds para kay Gabe.
Pero ito yung parang second coming ni Gabe. In a way, si Gian Mamuya. Maybe not the same high-flying, dunking over Luis Cola, Gabe
Pero
Norwood.
numbers niya, Jack, parang, di ba, nung bata-bata siya, ganun siya. Di ba? Again, double digits scoring palagi. Then, almost double digits din sa mga rebounding. 8 boards, minsan may 10 boards siya.
Bagsak doon si Mamuya. Pero minti si Cancino. Rebound ni Clarito. Tumatakbo ang Rainer Shine. Their first meeting, binanggit natin kanina, na pag-usapan natin, was pretty low scoring. Kasi overtime na yun, 96-95 lang. But it looks like Rainer Shine is trying to speed up the pace early in this game.
Interesting how Rainer Shine was still able to win that one. That was his character towards the end. Yung nung nagkita sila at the very first game of Rainer Shine. That was the second game naman of the Meralco Bolts.
And that's Cliff Hodge. Nakahanap pa ng paraan underneath. Pringle. Stan swings it. Cross-court kay Clarito. Will try to attack Newsom. Kita mo talaga yung lakas ng katawan ni Jonard.
Walang takot. Mas malaki sa kanya yung defender niya, Chris Newsom, pero still getting that sweet bank shot to go. Jonard Clarito.
Black will try for 3. That goes in. AB winning Meralco up by 1.
Guys will be complimenting sila CJ Cancino, sila Newsom, di ba? AB, tsaka sila Pong Quinto.
May bangga doon pero walang pito. Feeling ni Mamuya na foul siya, but here's Cancino in attack mode. Hindi in-expect ni Bates yung drop pass, and eventually
I think Brandon Bates was telling him, diretso mo na dahil pinasa mo yun sa likod ko eh. Di ba? Parang tama ka. He wasn't ready for that. Pero still, this is gonna be free throws para dito kay Brandon Bates. This is the sweet left-handed stroke. Magmula kay AD.
That's a three-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Walang nag-close out at all. I mean, nag-seal screen si Bates, but there was actually no one to seal.
Ngayon, pagka nasa 3-point area na si Aaron Black,
they will learn.
Iyon, hindi pwedeng hindi mag-close out sa kanya. Nakaisa na siya. So, he's gonna be confident enough to launch those 3-pointers. Aaron Black. Short.
You know, when you win a championship, dalawa lang rin ang pwedeng response naman ng player, eh, di ba? Either okay ka na, kampante ka na, or mas gutom ka kasi alam mo na yung pakiramdam, nakuha mo na yung mga premyo at syempre paluwag din mga bonuses of winning a championship. And you want more. And you can sense that Meralco, gutom pa to eh. I mean, winning that first championship, sure, it's nice, but it's not enough. They're out for more.
Definitely, John. It's like a drug. Winning is like a drug. Parang gusto you want more. Ganda naman. Inararo. Well, nakita niya, he had that advantage over Stanley Pringle. Inararo. Itong si Clifford Hodge. Easy bucket para kay Cliff.
We talked about Newsom waiting 9 years to get his first PBA championship. Add 4 more years to Hodge, ganun siya katagal naghintay. 13.
Ganun ba yung difference nila?
More than a decade.
Interesting.
Class of 2012. Cliff Hodge, walang ibang napuntahang team. And look at him!
Wow.
Get his own miss and nobody there to make life difficult for Hodge.
That's very upsetting for Coach Yengyao. Parang nangingibabaw siya doon for getting that offensive rebound and cleaning that up, Jap,
8-0 run para sa Bolts. Si Cliff Hodge meron ng 6 na puntos. There's a foul and that is gonna be on Meralco. Aaron Black, siya na bumagsak, siya pa natawagan ng foul.
Just to keep on talking about yung kakulangan sa bigs nitong Rain or Shine. I hope for their sake na si Bo Belga baka mas mahaba-haba na kailangan. Kailangan siya yan pantapat dun sa mga Brandon Bates. It's about a 240-pounder right there. Pagpasok ni Raymond, ganun din pagka, di ba? Ang lalaki nila laki ng Twin Towers ng Meralco. So they need Bo, they need Kalen Johnson, yung mga medyo malalaki ng Ross. And then tingnan natin, pinag-usapan natin kanina if Luis Villegas will be able to give some good minutes dito para kay Coach Yen.
Newsom, iwan na naman kay Hodge. Cliff does not get the bounce that time. Nakababa ang depensa ng Meralco. Clarito will miss.
Sayang yun, nandun na.
May cold spell tong Rain or Shine ngayon. And Black, mintis din naman yung tira niya. There's Tiongson for the board.
Dodging a bullet was Rain or Shine doon. Kanina lang pinag-uusapan natin. He hit one, si Aaron Black. But this time, he was wide open again. Stanley Pringle missed din sa kanyang 3-pointer.
Ayaw malaglag na mga tira ng Rain or Shine.
The thing about the Meralco Bolts, they don't fire up a lot of threes. They are the least in attempts from the 3-point area. It's grounding and pounding tulad ng ginagawa ni Cliff. This is what they do.
Look at Cliff Hodge. Kahit sinong ibato sa kanya ng Rain or Shine, he's just been attacking and attacking. He's got 8 of Meralco's 12.
Sabi ni Clifford Hodge, next. Sino next
That's
na?
true.
Next? Sino ibabato niya sa atin? Sa akin next.
Thank you, next. Sabi nga ni Ariana Grande.
Thank you, next.
Cancino with a steal. Black to Newsom. Met upstairs, no problem for Nunu. And this is now a 12-0 blitz para sa Meralco Bolts. Hodge has been unstoppable inside. Tapos nakakatakbo pa itong Bolts. Newsom defying the defense of Mamuyak. And Meralco is now up by 10.
attacking kasi naka-handshake sila eh. Okay? Attacking tayo. Naka-handshake sila. Bayaan nyo makita ng referee yun. All the way to the box. Okay? On the collapse, you kick out. If you're still one...
So we keep getting those rebounds. Right? Timeout. Could be those back picks. Okay?
Yes.
Could be this.
77?
77. Let's go 77. You take the point guard. Okay.
Aaron Black, his averages, matagal din tong nawala eh. So it's really good to see him back on the court doing his thing.
Definitely. 8.6 points ang kanyang average, 4.2 rebounds, 42% ang kanyang 3-point field goals. Napakataas ng kanyang 3-point field goals. Just showed us one na kanina is 1 out of 2 from the 3-point area. Yan po, yung kanyang left-handed stroke showing you what Aaron Black can do. Pero magandang pag-compliment sa of course, we were showing you that CJ Cancino is the #1 scorer. Newsom is right up there with the double digits, also Bong Quinto. Pero kailangan din yung mga ambag nitong si AB ni Aaron Black.
Oh, absolutely. Kailangan ng ambag itong Rain or Shine. Kahit kanino galing, they need to put points up on the board. Belga trying to go to Mamuyak. That's another turnover for Rain or Shine. Newsom. Back to Black. Bates wanted it sa ilalim dahil he had advantage. Eto, bago na namang defender on Hodge. Let's see what he can do against Clarito. Clip again!
Kanina si Mamu ang nakatapat. Prior to this, it was Mamu, Mamuyak, no? Kinain ng depensa. Sabi niya, tulad sabi mo, next, Clarito na naman. Kinain din ng depensa ni Clifford Hodge. Yan,
Well, Clarito finally breaks the silence of Rain or Shine. 14-0 run yun, coach, na binasag.
Yeah.
Neto ni Clarito.
Magandang flashback, magandang midi magmula dito kay John Clarito.
So it's gonna be Tiongson now on Hodge. Newsom gets away. Meralco's just been finding gaps dun sa depensa ng Rain or Shine.
Well, ang kilala naman talaga sa depensa is Meralco, di ba? So Rain or Shine has to really put up yung kanilang team defense. This Kailan Chongsa. Nice jump hook against Clifford Hodge.
Well, you read it exactly the way this game is playing out. Coach, sabi mo, advantage ng Meralco sa ilalim. And that's exactly where they're attacking. Ang surprising dito, do you know that in terms of deep 2-point field goals, yung ina-allow ng Rain or Shine, they're #1 in the league and lowest percentage they allow their opponents. So they usually are able to stop yung mga kalaban nila from scoring sa dos.
Gandang point yan, Jat. Dahil, di ba, they're a deadly offensive team. Pero yun na nga, dumidepensa pa rin. So when this is why nasa top 4 sila, Jat, di ba? So playing both sides of the floor well. Here's Rain or Shine, #2 seed po itong Rain or Shine.
But you know what? Ito si Coaching. Sa ngayon, siguro wala pa nakakapigil kay Hodge. Tiongson ang naka-assign ngayon, but he still has a lot of guys na pwede niyang hatakin sa bench to try and fulfill that role. May Gabe Norwood ka, may Santi Santillan.
Pero to, at least medyo malaki na nilagay dito kay Clifford Hodge. Atake na naman, Jat. You were saying, di ba? You were just saying na puro sila atake. Yung isang natatandaan lang natin na 3-point shot ni Aaron Black. Isa lang yon, pero lahat fast break, lahat atake.
Ito si Clarito na naman. And basically, it's been Clarito keeping Rain or Shine afloat. 6 points now for Jonard.
Nice mid-range game magmula dito kay Jonard Clarito. Kanina, around 12-footer. Ngayon, 15-footer. Ganda ng cut na naman. CJ Cancino.
Meralco is playing some of the best offensive games they've shown in this entire conference. Sobrang fluid ng opensa. They're just finding the open guys. Another steal there. Clarito, napabagsak si Newsom. Foul on him.
This is a 12-point. The biggest lead ng ating ball game. Itong 12 ng Meralco. At mukhang gusto pa nilang dagdagan ito. Raymond Almazan on the floor para dito sa Meralco Bolts. See, that's the problem, di ba? Mga malalaking, maraming malaki, pero to, mga malalaking magagaling, di ba? Brandon Bates, a demon of a rebounder and shot blocker. Ito, medyo offensive center ito si Raymond Almazan, magaling shumot.
Offensive foul called on Hodge. We can expect a lot of this, Coach. Mga banggaan, bodies on the floor.
Physical to, sir. This is gonna be a very physical series. And I'm sure the others as well, di ba? Parang, syempre, quarterfinals na po ito. Last 8 teams na po ito. Looking at panandalian at Coach Luigi Trillo.
And it has, Coach Jolly and I saying that, wala pong kinalaman sa, tactics or kung ano mang the way these two teams play. It's the hunger we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's win or go home for Meralco. It's rain or shine na ayaw nang umabot sa second game, but looks like yun ang plano ng Meralco talaga. They want that second game. They want to force do or die.
Tama ka. They want to bury itong rain or shine, itong first game na to, and yes, go on to. It's very early, Jot. Ganito na tayo magsalita, pero di ba just the way they took on the floor, tinaman naman to. Nice three-pointer magmula dito kay Nuno Newsome.
And that three-point shot is brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Angat na sa 15 ang lamang ng Meralco. Kapos pa yung tira ni Clarito. Newsome sees a lane!
Ho, ho!
Chris Newsome rocking that rim.
And bringing this lead to the biggest ng ating ball game, 17. And we still have 3:50 remaining dito sa ating first quarter, Jot.
You saw his eyes light up the moment he saw that lane.
Nakabuelo naka-wind up itong si Chris Newsome.
And that's what, his third dunk this conference. We haven't seen a lot of Newsome dunks in the past few years, but there's something about season 50 of the PBA na parang nabuhayan ulit itong legs ni Chris Newsome.
Siyempre, parang wanting to prove a point yan, di ba? We did it before, di ba? 2 seasons ago. Kami ang Philippine Cup champions. We want to do it again. Yan ang, this is the message that Meralco wants to send.
And that guy was the finals MVP nung nagkampiyon ng Meralco. Almazan, short jumper. Doesn't bounce in. Norwood, pinakawala na, kasabay ni Santillan. Nokum, nandyan na rin. Porter inside, bothered by Pascual.
Looking at the unit of rain or shine on the floor, a bunch of guys who can put that ball through the hoop, di ba? Your Santillan, your andyan na si Nokum, Pangilinan Lemeti is there para dito sa Ross.
Here's Felix. 2 on the shot clock. He has to go. Pangilinan Lemeti. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
So very evident yung size advantage. Sinusupalpal siya ni Raymond pag umaatake, pero pumutok na nga ang shot clock nun. This is a nice 17-point lead para sa Meralco.
We're going not need to screens, but legal screens. Okay, legal screens. If it's a foul, it will be a 3-2. Okay? Good. Pass. Run through. Okay? Run through. Away. Okay, away. Give it to CB. Raymond. 0 inhibition. Okay? 0 inhibition here. Bang. Kyle. Trace. Okay? Raymond 0 inhibition. Kyle Trace. Okay?
Back inside the floor of the Smart Araneta Coliseum, nagpapatuloy pa rin po ang inyong quarterfinals ng PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup. John Sulit together with Jolly Escobar and Eileen Shi naghahatid ng aksyon dito sa RPTV. And right now, Coach Jolly, Meralco, not only are they up by 17 points, they've already scored 27 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and they've limited Rain or Shine to just 10 points.
Galing, no? They're looking at some numbers, Jot, yung dalawang pinag-uusapan natin kaninang Hodge at saka Newsom. 19 points silang dalawa combined. 19 of the 27 points. 10 puntos si Hodge. 9 puntos naman itong si Newsom. So starting this game like a house on fire yung dalawang players na yun.
Yung dalawang veterano talaga na itong Meralco. The longest tenured players of the Bolts. Banquero. Attacks Pangilinan Lemeti.
Tinamaan si Felix. Yung sa atake ni si Banchero wanted to pick him up. Sabi, hindi ka na, wag na, hindi ka dito. Meron akong sasabihin sa'yo. Sabi ni Raymond Almazan. He wants to check up on Felix Lemeti. Oops. Teka, offensive foul.
Well, let's check. What they're doing right now is reviewing. Kung meron bang more than the ordinary na nangyari doon. There was an elbow that connected with the face of Pangilinan Lemeti. Doon sa pabagsak. Nadaplisan na paangat, pero yung bagsak yung masakit.
So boom, parang dalawa.
Combo pala.
Ang nangyari doon. Lemeti seems fine. And Banquero is just ready to shoot some free throws. Yun ang kine-question niya kung bakit yung paano nire-review yan. It says, parang sinasabi niya, that's an obvious foul na on Lemeti. What are you doing pa? Parang yun ang sinasabi ni Banquero. Teka ha?
So our referee communicating the call.
Yun na nga.
Technical foul on Chris Banquero for second motion.
Yung
sinasabi
mong pagbagsak?
Yeah.
Yun.
Second motion. It's curious.
Saan mo lalagay kamay mo?
That's my thought too.
Inangat mo, tapos
Yun din yung sinasabi ni CB. Nakapitan siya. Nakita naman natin, medyo nawala yung balanse niya while he was in the air.
I feel you, Chris Banquero. Diba, Jud? I don't know. So he just doesn't get it kasi...
Yeah. But it is the call and makakatira pa rin naman siya ng dalawang free throw.
Tayo naman ay opinion lang, di ba? Iris, tama ka. Yan yung call. Tayo lang may nasasabing konti.
Commentator nga po. Pasensya na kung maraming comment.
Ginagawa ng mga player pag ganyan yung nangyari kay Chris Banquero. Papakita sa referee, yung mga kamay nila nasa likuran nila. So gusto nyo, ganito ako, magbabasketball, mga kamay ko sa likod. So walang pupuntan yung left hand umangat. Siyempre, bababaan niya.
Alam mo, sigurado, Coach Jolly, ang daming mga ganyan discussions sa mga Christmas get-togethers. Di ba? Pagka nagkupuan na in one table yung mga basketball fans, naku, lahat ng controversial calls, lahat ng mga...
Sarap ng kwentuhan ng basketball pa. Lalo na ngayon, di ba? Kasi quarterfinals, di ba?
Kaya nga, special din tong stretch na to, na PBA Philippine Cup. Lalong-lalo na in Season 50. Kadalasan kasi after Christmas hanggang New Year, nagpapahinga muna ng PBA Pero ngayon, tumatakbo po ang inyong Philippine Cup. So kung gusto ninyo bukas makapanood pa ng PBA, well, syempre mamaya, baka makahabol pa kayo. Tara, meron pang second game mamaya. Pero bukas, do or die on, Converge versus Ginebra. Santillan. Dips his head down, umikot. Hook shot doesn't work.
Minsan importante rin talagang you start the game strong. Di ba? Meralco just setting the tone para sa larong ito.
Banquero out to Quinto, will attack. Nawala ng bahagya yung bola. Flips it up, no good. Nokum, Rayson to beat. That was actually a good foul from Kurt Rayson.
May free throws pa rin bang coming up? Well, he was going up for a shot, so I think it's gonna be 2 free throws para kay Nokum. Pero just making sure na wala ng 3-point play, di ba? Inaput niya na yon and just saying for Nokum to just earn it from the line. Yun na nga, nag-miss na ang kanyang unang free throw was Adrian Nokum.
Actually, nagmamakaawa si Rayson ng halos sa bench niya, sa coaching staff niya na i-challenge. Pero baka good decision dahil di naman pumasok yung unang free throw. Let's see if Nokum makabawi dito sa pangalawa. 2 misses, but Santillan gets it back. Knox, nasa kanya ulit yung bola. Porter will shoot for 3. Wala pa rin. Santillan, good effort. Kaso sa maling kamay na ibigay. Tumatakbo na naman ang Bolts. Banquero goes to Almas. Almasan with the Alma Slam.
Just looking for open teammates, my friend, diba? The others moving well without the ball. Raymond Almazan, easy throwdown para sa kanya.
20 na naman ang Meralco. Norwood will slow things down, but that's going to be a foul call on Pascual.
Oof, I did not see this coming, John. Again, grabe yung start ng Meralco was, and you mentioned it, a 20-point lead.
Ano ba yung tamang ginawa nila, Coach Jolly, to set this kind of tone in the first?
Just coming in with a lot of energy, making stops na kaagad. At sama ng field goal percentage ng Rain or Shine. Checkin natin ang field goal percentage ng Rain or Shine. Unable to hit yung kanilang mga shots. And again, this is what Meralco is known for, di ba? Yung kanilang depensa.
Norwood at the line.
Oh, shot, oh.
4 of 14.
Field goals po yan ng Rain or Shine.
Right after they scored yung fourth point nila, biglang nanahimik eh. Doon nagkaroon ng 14-0 run. Tapos hindi na nila napigilan itong Meralco. But of course, it's very early. It's still the first quarter.
Kung magsalita tayo, parang patapos na. That's how exciting this game is. Very, very important. Oops. This is gonna be 3 free throws for Bong Quinto.
At sinasabi ni Quinto, tinamaan siya sa muka. And that's why he's asking for a review. Pero look at Bong Quinto, he's gotten leaner.
Oo nga. It's much better, no? Mas magaan ka. Talaga namang wide ang kanyang frame. Pero nako-compound ang mga problema ni Boss Yengyao, ah. Pina-foul pa ni Boss. Is this gonna be 3 from Bong?
It could be 3 free throws. Tapos tingnan natin kung saan tinamaan. That other hand. That's very interesting. That might merit a technical foul. Parang yan yung kay Banquero eh.
Oo. Sa parang second motion na tinamaan, ano? Pero yun na nga, nadagdagan na naman ang mga problema nitong Rain or Shine. But you said it, it's only 118 at first quarter pa lamang po tayo.
Well, they call it a common foul. No technical fouls. But 3 free throws, nonetheless, para kay Quinto. Both teams missing their free throws.
Well, luckily for Rain or Shine, ayun na nga, miss ang una. Couple more coming para dito kay Bong Quinto.
Pasok yung pangalawa.
Ito na yung biggest, bumalik ulit sa biggest lead ng ating ball game na 20. And he can make it 21 for the biggest lead na ng Meralco.
Could not do so. And lumabas yung bola. It's gonna go back to Rain or Shine. Pero 20 puntos pa rin yung tinitingala nila ngayon.
Rain or Shine has to come up with some defensive stops of their own. Tapos madaming magaling na finisher sa break dyan. Pinangungunahan ni Adrian Nocom trying to get some fast break points, some easy baskets.
You know, minsan when a team struggles, minsan malas. But this time, at least here in the first quarter, it really has been the defense of Meralco that has forced Rain or Shine to a very low percentage from the field.
Nangangagat talaga.
Pero alam mo rin ang Rain or Shine, di ba, Coach Johnny? Meron niyang comeback ability.
Oh, yeah.
And you can never count them out, even if they're down by this much early in a game.
A lot of amazing scorers on that side, di ba, Rain or Shine? Pag may uminit na isa o dalawa dyan, baka mag-iiba ang complexion ng ating laro.
Tsaka minsan isang sermon lang ni Coach Cheng yan. Magigising na yung mga yan. Banquero going to Almazan. Raymond got fouled. More free throws for Meralco.
Ang ganda dahil not settling for jump shots, di ba? Cutting to the basket. Tapos talagang taking it to the chest of the defender, Raymond Almazan. Re-reward ng 2 free throws dito. Inaayos niya yung kanyang paa, yung kanyang ankle. I think baka he tweaked it, no, si Raymond.
This has been a long first quarter, Coach Jolly, and it just is a testament, and it just tells us how hard-fought this series will be.
Well, again, reminding everybody na twice to beat po dito is rain or shine. No? So,
Pumasok na si Villegas.
okay.
Nauuna si Nocum, but Santillan gets that pass. Hindi pa rin pumasok yung tira niya over Almazan.
Najat pati mga tira na usually they make that's supposed to be an easy runner para dito kay Santi. Iniluwa pa rin.
The pass to Rayson. Tresniano good. And that's off of Norwood. Sabi niya naman, wag na natin i-challenge yan.
Parang they cannot catch a break. Ano? Eto, nakakuha ng steal shot.
Santi again. Munti ka na mawala ulit yung bola sa rain or shine. 17 seconds. Pero there's 2 seconds separating game and shot clock. So that's gonna be more free throws for rain or shine.
Just a lot of fouls, no? Kaya tumatagal itong ating first quarter. Lots of stoppages.
But even with the number of free throw attempts, hindi makabutas sa itong rain or shine. Hindi sila makalapit.
Jansen Rios, papasok na ni Coach Nenat. Very, very important free throws, pero in and out pa rin.
You know, rain or shine has been struggling on both ends of the floor. Kanina nakita natin, di ba, paulit-ulit silang binasag ng Meralco with the same play. Yung backdoor cut, weak side backdoor cut. And then yung kay Hodge, posting up.
Madami, parang 3 beses nangyari yun. Kung sinong iba to sa kanyang defender. And you mentioned it, di ba? Talagang kayang-kayang pasukan ni Clifford Hodge.
What a pass! Rayson finding Almazan. That was a brilliant pass. And Meralco will end the first quarter with 35 points up on the board. They're up by 20. And a fire starter para dito sa Bolts, yung kanilang veterano in Cliff Hodge. We were talking about that. Paulit-ulit pinuntahan sa poste. Paulit-ulit na binigyan ng puntos yung kanyang team.
It's a basketball lang, Jat. Binabasa sa sitwasyon. These defenders are much smaller than him. This is Mamuyak. Inatake niya. We saw Clarito earlier. Ito naman si Stanley Paringo. Conference average is 10 points per game. Tonight, he's already 10 points. Clifford Hodge.
And he's far from done. That's what we know for sure about Cliff Hodge. Meralco up by 20. Let's see what rain or shine has in response. The second quarter when we come back.
Si Luis 2030 siguro rin.
Luis Villegas playing in his very first game in this conference. And well, nagkaroon na siya ng onting laro in the Season 49 Governor's Cup. But he spent his first few years in the PBA just recovering from that injury. Sana makita pa natin yung full potential din ito ni Luis Villegas. Not just for rain or shine, pero syempre, we're always welcoming the next generation talent.
Dalawang beses yata ng ACL being able to play and hoping, of course, Coach Yang in the Hall of Rain or Shine, just hoping na makatulong siya dito in trying to counter to Meralco Bolts.
But we saw him change that attack ni Rayson. And they want to attack him again. Speed advantage for Kirk. Villegas has been good in this defensive possession. But nakahanap pa rin ng tres ang Meralco courtesy of Rios.
Chance Jansen Rios. Yan ang magandang comeback naman. 2 points sinukli dun sa 3 points nitong si Jansen Rios.
That was Pangilinan Lemeti bringing his team a little bit closer, pero sagot din agad sa kabila for Chris Banquero.
Unable to make defensive stops, no? Rain or shine.
Norwood knew it was a miss.
One big stop right here if you're Ross. Has to start on the defensive side, John.
Yeah, this is already a 23-point lead for Meralco. Ball fake for Quinto to pull up, no. Tatakbo si Nokum. Adriano!
Si Gabe nga ba yun? Meron pa rin. Still has the juice,
How can you retire when you can still do things like that? Ladies and gentlemen, kung hindi nyo pa po nakikilala, that's Gabe Norwood. Mr. President, Kapitan ng Pilipinas. My goodness.
Kinailangan ko tignan ulit, Jat, kasi para, di ba, gusto mo mag-retire, tapos ganun pa kaya mong gawin. Follow up, two-handed throw down para dito kay number 5, Gabe Norwood.
Pero ang bilis din ng sagot. Yun yung maganda sa Meralco. When you're on the bad side or bad end of a play like that, what you want to do is be able to respond and stay composed. They got a bucket after nung putback ni Gabe.
The thing is, the response was simple lang. Ang layup pagmula dito kay Raymond Almasan, pero it's the same 2 points, di ba? So,
nothing much materializing. Look at this again.
wow. Still has juice sa kanyang mga legs is Gabe Norwood.
Oh my goodness. If you can do that in your last flight, in your last conference, maybe you should play mga 10 more years. Hindi na ng balita.
Gentlemen, a lot of learnings for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters after trailing the Bolts by as many as 20 points in the first quarter. And contrary to popular belief, Coach Yang Giao was calm and collected. Hindi nga siya nagsermon. Ang sabi lang niya, we need to have a better second quarter. Limit as much as possible the lead to a single digit. Meralco is living off points in the paint. Kaya naman ang gusto ni Coach Yang is for the Elasto Painters to react quicker in their ball screens. Pwedeng-pwede daw silang mag-switch para mas makakover ng mas maayos. As he says, all we need to do is stay in front of the ball. We can challenge, but it's important that we don't foul a three-point shooter. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Eileen. Well, that has happened earlier. Na na-foul nila si Quinto taking a 3. Coach Yang nagtataka kung bakit si Santillan natawagan ng foul. Well, you see, si Santi nakapasok ng 3. But then, Meralco has just been so efficient in answering back. Coach, they're shooting 69% from the field right now. 18 of 26 ang Meralco.
Unacceptable, no? If you're thinking of of course, the defensive side of Rain or Shine.
They force Pates to a miss. They swing it around. Rios sa kabila naman. 3 na naman para kay Jansen.
Jansen Rios ang taas ng porsyento in the past how many games din, ano, para sa Meralco Bolts.
Yongson will miss. Cancino pumulot forward pass to Hodge. And Cliff will finish the fast break.
And Meralco is just mowing down Rain or Shine, my friend. My goodness. Is this the biggest lead of our ball game?
Look at the three-point shooting. Isa pa lang napapasok ng Rain or Shine out of 9 attempts. Samantala, Meralco's 4 of 7. And it's because they're moving that ball so well.
And we mentioned it earlier, but they're not even yung tinatawag na three-point shooting team, talking about Meralco. Pero yeah, much more better percentage, obviously, than Rain or Shine.
Asisio. Aatakihin si AB. Wala pa rin. That percentage for Rain or Shine just keeps going down.
I know. Mahirap minsan sa ganyan, parang nagkakahawa-hawa na.
They do get a stop. which has become rare for Rain or Shine dito sa first half. Usually, gugustuhin mong linisin yung parte ng laro mo on one end of a court eh. Either offensa or defensa, but I think right now, it's on both sides.
Rain or Shine is a problem sa both sides nga. See, as you're explaining, another missed opportunity, another missed basket magmula sa Rain or Shine.
Mahaba pa yung oras, but the thing is, lumalaki lalo yung lamang netong Meralco. Cancino forces it up, pasok pa rin. And they get a steal. Cancino, tinago pa muna.
This is 31 big points. Tama ba yung math ko? Pag ganito na kalaki, medyo na ano na ako.
That is correct. 31 points ang lamang ng Meralco. Villegas cannot get that to fall. Wow. And Meralco has just, this is as close to perfect basketball as you can play. Offensive foul on Hodge. Pangalawang offensive na yan on Cliff.
Well, maganda dito para sa Meralco and Cliff Hodge. They have a nice 30-plus point lead here. Ito, parang may halo na rin swerte yun. Jat, parang init siya na lamang ni CJ Cancino. And then you mentioned it, he gets a steal and he finishes another basket. So, parang 4-point swing. Bigla na nangyari yung possession na yun. And yeah, bringing it to the biggest lead ng ating ball game. Isang buwan. 31.
Yung unang tiras, parang ang may halong swerte, but the second one, it was all effort, di ba? And the steal to get that ball back. Asistio had nowhere to pass to. You know what? Pagka ikaw yung Rain or Shine in a situation, or any team in a situation like this, gusto mo na lang mag-halftime na agad, di ba? Para makapag-usap-usap na kayo. Ito, mag-uusap sila in this timeout.
Villegas out.
No, Clarito was in.
Clarito, tsaka sa Manzano.
Malonzo. CD, AB, you take Malonzo. You two got the other two, okay? You got Clarito, you got... Okay, right. We're 77.
And then get into flow. Okay. We're not looking for anyone. We're just looking for the good shot. Okay? We're not looking for anyone. We're just looking for the good shot. Oh, yung defense natin.
Problems continue to pile up para sa Rain or Shine, but we're gonna flash it. We're gonna go it back to their first meeting back in October 11, first meeting of this conference, kung saan nakahanap ng paraan itong Rain or Shine to force overtime and win it in the extension.
Well, you mentioned it, Jot, these are comeback hits din naman talaga sila. Magagaling din sa comeback basketball ang Rain or Shine. And yeah, they showed it their very first game dito sa ating Philippine Cup, di ba? And we were talking about that, the three-pointer of Kalen Johnson to narrow that gap, and then a tip in para kay Gabe Norwood to send it into overtime, and then it was mostly Rain or Shine na dun sa overtime yun, squeaking past the Meralco Bolts. But
yung biggest difference lang dito, Coach Jolly, is the points that's on the board right now. Ayan, tingnan muna natin, points in the paint. Kita mo yung advantage ng Meralco. 34-6. When we already pointed out that Rain or Shine is actually #1 in limiting their opponents to the lowest two-point field goal percentage. Pero yun nga, first meeting na itong dalawang teams in this conference, including a 5-minute extension dahil nag-overtime, the final score was 96-95. Meralco already has 53 points. Meron pa tayong 6 minutes left in the second quarter. When in fact, that's usually Rain or Shine. Nai-score ng ganyan.
You'll think tuloy na they're a super offensive team. Hindi. They are a super defensive team. Yun ang nangyayari dito. And just the shots are coming dahil ang ganda ng kanilang depensa.
Yongson. You know, on top of all their misses, Rain or Shine, nalilimit sa mga one-and-done possessions eh. No offensive rebounds, not a lot.
Oh,
and then, tres na naman sa kabila.
I believe 2 of 3, no, is Aaron Black.
That's right, 2 of 3.
So you're talking about yung kanilang mga regular field goals, di ba? Yung 2-pointers na parang 32 points ba yun in the paint, nakita natin yung graphic. And then they're hitting their threes as well. This is why this has ballooned na. I see a shoe.
That's Kyle Pascual.
Goodness. Parang barko yun. Ang laki nun.
Parang
size 15 na. Laki.
Parang size mo yun. Ang kunin mo kaya.
Inuwi. No?
Ito yung 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. And almost all of the 3-point shots that we've mentioned have come from Meralco because they have 5. Iisa pa lang para sa Rain or Shine.
Taas pa ng porsyento dyan. 5 of 9 Meralco Bolts. And you mentioned it's isang 3-pointer pa lang ang naipapasok ng Rain or Shine.
Well, they're shooting so high from 3-point range. Tapos from 2-point range, 69%.
And nakita natin the first quarter, ang ganda, di ba? Just, Raymond Almazan, the others moving well without the ball. Biglang may magpa-flash cut lang, mabibigyan. Easy baskets para sa kanila. Yun na, nag-started piling up the points. Sure, it'd be nice if they can bury some threes here. Kailan Chongton and company over at Rain or Shine.
Rain or Shine looking a little bit desperate now. Hindi na masyadong umiikot yung bola eh.
Parang nawala lang yung rhythm nila altogether dyan. Ano? Ito, they get a nice stop. Let's see if they can capitalize after the defensive stop.
Mamu. Out to Asistio. Anton still cannot buy a 3. And look at how many white shirts were there to try and get that rebound.
It's by design sa kanila yan eh. Di ba? Walang iwanan, gang rebounding, getting defensive stops. That's Meralco Bolts basketball.
Alam mo, Coach Johnny, you would think na itong Meralco pagod. Because they played the same 11 games in the elimination round. Tapos meron pa silang mga laro sa EASL. Lalo na bumabiyahe pa. But they look like they're very fresh right now. Malonzo missing another 3. Rain or Shine is 1 of 14.
Pinag-uusapan natin Rain or Shine, gritty basketball and a lot of energy nag-disappear dito sa first half ng larong ito.
Kulang-kulang 4 na minuto na iiwan. Cancino forces that up. Rebound ni Mamuya. Mamu. The spin. Mamu hanging and scoring.
Would be nice to see a lot more of those sa Rain or Shine side.
4 puntos para kay Mamuya.
Fading away, finishing a nice little 7-footer. Mamuyak.
Nusam. Humihingi ng espasyo. Gustong atakin si Tiongson. Now that's his spot. But he doesn't get the bounce. Clarito and Bates nagkabuhol. Mamu against Nusam. Malonzo, gustong atakin si Bates. Doesn't get it on the first try. On the second, naka-score si Malonzo.
Tataka ka how he did that against 6'6", 6'8" players. Kyle Pascual and Brandon Bates, no, cleans up his own miss. Tiny 6'1" Mike Malonzo.
Cancino again. Wala pa rin. Medyo nanlamig na dito ang Meralco. Pero gaano kalapit kaya ng Rain or Shine? It's still a 30-point lead. But Rain or Shine, well, they're slowly getting back.
Pass to you. Kabila, kabila. To you. To you.
Rain or Shine, sinusubukan makabalik dito, and silently, somewhere here in the Big Dome is Coach Norman Black, who recently led Gilas Pilipinas to a gold medal in the 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Bangkok, Thailand. Congratulations, Coach Norman, at dyan sa ating Gilas Pilipinas. You know, the odds were stacked against us. Hindi naging madali yung sitwasyon at yung kwento, yung paghahanda hanggang dun sa mismong laban. Maraming mga hindi pabor sa atin, mula sa pito hanggang, you know, the circumstances na kinailangan daanan ng Gilas Pilipinas in Thailand. Pero nanaig pa rin, Coach Johnny.
Oo nga. Pero grabe ginagawa sa nakakainis yung ginagawa ng Thailand sa totoo lang, Chad, di ba? Parang hinahanapan tayo ng mali eh. So, ang daming ano, di ba? From the get-go, the players, yung lineup na pinapasok natin, hindi pwede si ganun. Patay tayo.
You played in the SEA Games, right? Ganun na ba ang sitwasyon dati?
Well, the thing is, when I played 1991, na-date ko tuloy yung sarili ko. 1991, dito ginanap. Dati, oo eh.
Ito naman ang Rain or Shine. Nahihirapan din sa sitwasyon ngayon because they're down by 30. Tapos Malonzo, napayungan ni Pascual at Cancino.
Parang the whole rhythm na ng ano, no? Ng Rain or Shine, parang nabasag na ng Meralco Bolts. Tama ka eh, maganda dito, mag-halftime na. Total regroup para dito sa Rain or Shine.
Total block! Malonzo returns the favor.
Different mindset na Jat, no? Pagpasok ng second half. Of course, that's what Coach Yang Yao is hoping will happen.
I think the number one thing that they might have to address is paano mapapababa yung 59% shooting ng Meralco. But actually, again, bumaba na yan. Kanina 69% umabot yung shooting ng Meralco. They could not miss. They've actually been silent for a couple of possessions.
Well, isa lang, Jat. Just get some defensive stops. Here's one right here. The nice board magmula dito kay Mamu. Does he finish?
Yongson steps into a three. Wala. And that's going to be a foul on Kalen. Outside shots, not falling for Rain or Shine. 1 of 16, Coach Jolly.
Well, the very first game of Rain or Shine was against the Meralco Bolts. Rain. And Kalen Johnson had a magical game, 23-10. So, yeah, hindi natin nakikita today ang chat, yung magic ng Rain or Shine.
And he hit a clutch outside shot dun sa larong yun.
Dying seconds, no, that was prior to the Gabe Norwood tip in. Yan.
At sabi ni Mamo, kung ayaw ng three-point shot, subukan natin yung three-point play. He's trying to fire his team up. Let's remember that Mamu has already earned the hat of team captain mula kay Kuya Gabe Norwood.
Naipasa na, ha? Naipasa na ni Gabe papunta dito kay Mamu. Pero yeah, that's a great observation, Jack. Hindi talaga friendly sa atin ng three-point shot, di ba? Is it still just one made three-point shot up until now, Rain or Shine? Atakihin mo. Yan na nga ginawa ni Mamu. Chance for a three-point play. Maybe, di ba? You just chip away.
The ball movement para sa Meralco Bolts. Yun nga talaga, yung naging secret sauce nila in scoring 56 points here in the first half.
Discrepancy ng assists chat. Plus 9 dito ang Meralco Bolts. Gaganda ng mga pinapakita natin highlights earlier. That dunk of Newsome. The nice, magandang moving without the basketball lang itong si Raymond Almasan. Getting some easy layups.
12 assists in the 23 makes they have.
Raymond Almasan with 7 points na rin. Ganyang ambag.
Alam mo yung pinaka, kung magkatatawagin na nating malas pa itong Meralco, sa free throw line pa. That's their lowest percentage. They're 55% from the field, 56% from the three-point range, pero 42% lang sa free throw line. Wala pa tayong nakikitang static na hack an entire team. Pero if you want to play the percentage game,
strange yung mga numbers. They're hitting three-pointers, pero they cannot hit a free throw. Pero ang ganda ng kanilang kalamangan dyan. So parang you can, di ba, pwede na rin natin hindi pansinin yung kakulangan nila sa free throws na yan dahil this is a nice, ano ba to, 27 ba to? Kalamangan ng Meralco.
But Clarito has not found his rhythm here in the first half. Quinto to Pascual. Kyle was all alone. Finally breaking yung matagal din na silence netong Meralco here in the second quarter.
Pero, well, dagdag ka na naman ng assists para sa kanila. Dagdag ka na naman ng points in the paint dito para sa Meralco Bolts. Sharing that basketball nicely is the whole unit of the whole squad of Meralco.
Kyung-son, finally. He's been looking for a jumper to fall.
Something to get them going, di ba? Somebody has to heat up sa panig ng rain or shine.
Down to the final 10 seconds of the first half. Bola na kay Nusa. Bantay niya si Mamuya. Two former Blue Eagles. Clarito from half court. That doesn't work. And what a first half that was para sa Meralco.
Just coming out very strong out of the gates itong Meralco Bolts, diba? Building that lead slowly. Pinaka-importante dyan, getting those nice defensive stops, diba? Getting some nice baskets on the other side. Suddenly, we're seeing a 30-point advantage para sa Meralco. Titingnan natin ang magiging mindset ng Rain or Shine come the second half.
27-point lead para sa Meralco who have their backs against the wall. Matalo dito, laglag na. But they have other plans. They want to play again. Let's see what adjustments these two teams will make later on in the second half.
Nagbabalik tayo dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum para sa quarterfinals match sa pagitan ng Meralco Bolts at ng Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Now, coming into today, may twice to beat disadvantage nga ang Meralco pero ibang klaseng sigla at aggressiveness ang kanilang pinakita, even opening the first quarter with a 14-0 run. Pinagnindigan nila yan, kaya naman at the half, the score is 58-31 in favor of the Meralco Bolts. Mamaya titingnan natin kung anong adjustments ang gagawin ng Rain or Shine. But for now, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating playoffs action dahil bukas na nga do or die quarterfinals ang ating makikita. Converge versus Barangay Ginebra, 7:30 p.m. yan dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. And for more exciting basketball action, it's time for us to watch our top 5 solid plays.
Samantala, seryoso ang Rios siya. They want that 8th win, ha? Oy, ganda ng pasa. Yes, that should count.
Tapos sir, maganda na nakikita namin ito yung spacing nila pagpunta ng pag-bowling. Getting a lot of points in the paint.
Kaya naman kinuha ni Andy para may veteran pa rin eh. I speculate. Siguro nung kausap ni Skipper Ball, sabi ni Kate tapos na Yang believes that dapat may veterano pa din sa team.
Tama.
Eh, available sa spring game. Samantala.
And another scorer. But Malonzo actually went out and cleared out.
Ito si Nokon pala. Karakot po.
Oh, great pass.
Oh, sabi ni LA, hindi pwede yan. Hindi pwede yan. Santillan coming off the bench and Dominic Boy's point about Santillan. So, 11 ang lamang. Uy, taksikan. Hello, sandali. Uy, bagamat may nakahilatan.
Clarito.
Santillan na binigyan ng foul. Second. Shot clock reduced to 3. Runner. Yes!
That's the Mahu special. Whether he's attacking right or left, that little runner floating in the air, making it look so easy.
From Terafirma to San Miguel. Diba now, he's, I don't want to say reduced to a role player. What a pass by Jumar Fajardo. Connecting with Teng. And Jeron has had an excellent second quarter, coach.
Daming contribution ni Jeron Teng. He's just taking advantage of his opportunities. Kung saan yung opening, doon talaga siya nakakapuntos at kumakat. The transition points na galing sa Terafirma, malaking bagay yan.
Perez found a way to score, finishing through the crowd.
That's a strength there of CJ Perez despite, that bump by Sanggalang.
One puts it down. Arana sidestepping move.
Binubulldozer na sila ni Justin Arana. Double digit siya ngayon. Disputos na. Garcia.
Another steal here. One.
Just like that. Converge on top.
As we said, how long can they really protect against this onslaught? At ito na nga, rumachada na ang kupunan ng Converge sa fourth period.
Kay MJ Garcia.
Side the floater, no. Nice rebound by Policarpio. Looking to going all the way. That's a nice find. Ramirez ties things up.
Beautiful play magmula dito kay Junel Policarpio. Dropping it to a teammate at the last second of Brandon Ramirez with a nice finish. All the way to the cup. Akala nila, pero Brandon Ramirez was there. Magandang finish. We have a tied ball game, my friend.
Stockton to the wing. One for the killer blow.
Gotta give it to MJ. Gotta give it to MJ Garcia. He had a wide open look sa 3 points.
Almost went in off the glass. He just rattled out. Kalen Johnson hit 3 threes in the last ball game but couldn't get that. And a great feed off the offensive rebound. Lemedi to Knuckles.
Nakakailang offensive rebound na itong Rainer shot.
The 3 at nakuha na nila. And then Claritos on the other side. Will he try again? Sa side step. Babasket pa! And a chance for the 3-point play for Jonah Clarito. Yun ang sinasabi natin. Tuloy-tuloy lang.
And such a good decision kahit na mas maliit yung nasa harapan niya.
Dopo, couldn't go baseline. He'll give it up. Malonzo, reverse.
Wow!
Yun yung mga smart basketball. Hindi mo man-layup on that side kasi masusupalpal ka. Dalhin mo sa kabila.
Basket again.
Yep. And he makes his move.
Talk about a guy who's not shy of the spotlight, likes the limelight, likes taking it to the cup.
When all teams would have played their 11th game.
Oh, what a shot coming from Chris Ross. A back shot. 4 points.
guy just aimed for the window. What he did.
Wala nang option to pass because good straight up defense played by Meralco. Yun. No playoffs in our tournament format. Only coaches will decide. And here's Chong Song with a 3-point.
You know, just when Meralco feels medyo okay na sila, baka makahabol.
Playing small once more is San Miguel. Orellano on the outside.
Orellano for 4.
That's a 4.
That's what I was saying. Huh? You know, this guy, he does, para sa San Miguel Beer. Don Orellano, just one of the best scorers in the PBA.
Octana of the hesitation, goes glass, no go. Kabuntin will hustle for it. Octana from Glenn.
Credit that to the offensive rebound of Kabutin.
Backing up on Gomez Taliano. Calvin, shake, bait, sobra, kanya pa rin yung board. The cleanup is good para kay Octana.
32nd timeout may be needed here by the Magnolia Hotshots.
Bigla kasing labing-isa ang abante ngayon ng TNT 12.5G. Xavier back over to his coach. Board to shoot. Xavier from LA, naipit, mamimwersa. What a spin!
Paano niya ginawa yun?
Wrong angle pa eh, no?
Parang elastic man.
Here comes Magnolia marching down the floor. Down by as many as 19. Anim na lang ang inahabol. Gawin mo, abab! And Coach Chot has seen enough. Just a 4-point game now. Magnolia taking 15 away from the biggest lead.
Para sa Titan Risers since that time. 14 for Nebra, 4 points para sa Ultra Risers.
Pinoy step. Barrientos. And suddenly the wind has been taken out of the sails of the Titan Ultra Giant Risers who have controlled the game. Maingat na sila sa basketball. 7 and what a move!
Taking over, Sergio Barrientos. 25 points against Rain or Shine in Bahrain. And again, the misdirection and the sudden burst of speed.
It's halftime inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum at namamayagpag itong Meralco fighting for survival. They're up by 27 points at the half over the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Jot sulit pa rin po together with Coach Jolly Escobar and Eileen Shi bringing the action of the PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup quarterfinals.
Yung Meralco Bolts just racing to a 35-50 first quarter na kagad. Like a house on fire as a fiery start magmula sa Meralco Bolts. Tapos yung second quarter naman 23-16. Talagang parang nawala na sa rhythm etong rain or shine. Looking at the Chris Newsome, 9 points, 5 boards. Taas ng kanyang mga field goals, 4 of 6 Jot.
And all those 9 points coming in the first quarter. And he really helped set the tone. I thought tatlo sila na nag-set ng tone. Cliff Hodge na una, then Newsome, then CJ Cancino as well. As you take a look at the numbers, what stands out for you?
Goodness, look at the 3-point field goals, just 1 of 16 for 6%. Kabila naman nun, napakataas, 5 of 9, 55%. Again, they're not really known to shoot a lot of threes, talking about Meralco, pero yeah. And field goals total, 54% for Meralco, 27% namang rain or shine. Again, nangagat. Etong depensa ng Meralco Bolts, assists 13 for Meralco. Iniuna ko yung right side. They're higher. Most of all these numbers are higher than the ones on the left para sa rain or shine. John?
Yeah, that's right. And you see, Meralco, they have 2 guys in double figures. Pero ang daming kasunod, daming nagambag dyan eh. Samantalang rain or shine, while you like that balance, you want those numbers to go up a little bit more. Oh.
Tama ka. At maganda yung napuna mo, di ba? Dalawang nasa double digits para sa Meralco Bolts. Pero di ba, Raymond Almazan will come in, cut lang papunta sa basket. Even Kyle Pascual, di ba, comes in, cut lang sa basket. At nalolocate naman siya sila ng kanilang mga kasama. So easy baskets para dito sa Meralco Bolts. Easily winning yung dalawang quarters natin, first and second.
Well, what will it take para makabawi ang rain or shine at to make a ball game out of this?
Well, Jot, I was talking about it nung first half pa lamang. It has to be a total mindset dito. And you were also harping on the, di ba, magaling ang rain or shine to limit yung mga regular field goals ng mga opponents, di ba? Yung points allowed nila na regular field goals, kailangan lumabas yun. Kasi yun na nga, parang that's the one that's lacking, Jot, di ba? It's regular field goals ang ginagawa ng, okay, they have 3-pointers, pero ang daming regular field goals, Jot. Yun na nga, yung mga cut sa basket. So yun ang dapat ma-prevent nitong rain or shine. Just gotta step up on the defense, Jot.
Etong di natin masyado nakita in the first half, si Andre Caraco.
I don't think he saw playing time at all.
Yeah.
No, well, siguro inisip niya coach niya, he might be a fire starter here para dito sa rain or shine. Baka hoping na maging some type of catalyst itong si Dre Caracot. Pero sumabit kagad siya dito kay Aaron Black. Black, 2 free throws coming up para sa kanya.
Oh, AB says, welcome to the game, Andre.
Binigyan na kagad ng dalawa sa dibdib.
Well, look at Hodge. You would think that someone has played over a decade in the pros.
Slow down.
Oh, na hindi na masyado magdadive, but that is just.
Tapos parang gawain niya ng isang, parang siya ang 31 eh.
Oo, totoo.
Parang yung kalaban ng 60. Wala, yung speed niya, isa lang eh. Diba? He just knows how to play hard basketball and that's it.
It was a pass to no one.
Out of sync. This is in my head about rain or shine. Parang nawala na sila sa wish show, Jud. They have to turn it around, Jud.
Ilatag natin din yung sitwasyon nitong dalawang teams na to. Ang rain or shine played their last 2 games of the elimination round in Bahrain.
Yeah.
And there was about a 4 hour, I'll try to confirm this pero mga ganun, 4 to 5 hour time difference na medyo alangan, alam mo yun, but they traveled.
Pagod ba? Tingin mo, pagod. And they're the only team that played 2 games there, Chad, di ba?
Yes.
One against Magnolia, one against Ginebra.
On the other side of this matchup is Meralco na yes, bumiyahe. They played all 3 of their games in the EASL in November. Wala silang laro sa PBA, puro EASL. But when they returned, nag-3 straight wins din sila sa PBA.
Pero firma kagad parang nakaharap nila when they arrived.
So they're actually on a win streak na parehong in the EASL and the PBA combined. They've won.
Up until they went up against SMB, I believe, yung kanilang last game, ano? Etong Meralco Bolts.
That's right. So, kaya itong Meralco, they're feeling sharp, di ba? They're on their toes right now, and a foul called on Newsome, pero no free throws dahil pass ball.
Can't seem to find yung kanilang tawagin natin yung groove nila Kasi when they're on, they are on. Rain or shine, hindi nila mahanap ngayon yan.
And usually when you're down this big at the half, in the first few minutes of the third quarter, malalaman mo na kung makakabalik ka ba or hindi. You have to come out of the dugout with that certain intensity. Ito si Santillan, wala pa rin. But Malonzo gets the rebound. Nokum, bigay kay Caraco. Siya ngayon ang bibitaw ng 3. Andre no good. On the tip-in, it was Mike Malonzo.
Gotta love the effort of Mike Malonzo, di ba? Hindi siya kalakihan. Ang lumalaban dyan sa ilalim, siya pa nakakuha ng parang tip-in yun. Somehow, just gets the rock into the hoop. Pero in the process, tinamaan etong si Clifford Hodge.
Hodge down on the floor. Ang hinihingi ni Coach Yeng, flopping. Parang si Santillan yung katabi doon ni Hodge na might have hit him. All the Rain or Shine fans dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum humihingi ng flop. But current as they ask for a flop, Cliff Hodge is still down on the floor being checked on by our medic.
Baka nasundot sa mata kaya, Jat. Kasi syempre, mata, ilong, parang hindi kailangan malakas na hit para bumagsak ka. Pag mata, ilong.
And they're actually like treating parang the left eye area of Cliff Hodge. I'm not sure if there's a cut or kung may sugat, if it's bloody. He's back on his feet. You know that it takes a lot.
Sa mata, nakapikit yung kanyang kaliwang mata.
I'm surprised at that call, to be honest with you. May technical on Santi. Nag-apologize naman siya kay Hodge.
Hodge says no problem. It seems like Meralco will send in Bong Quinto para kay Clifford Hodge. Tama ba ako? Tingnan natin. At Hodge has some parting words for the boys before he hits the, I believe, before he hits the bench. Tuloy nyo lang, sabi niya. Of course, in English.
So ito nangyari. Do you think this merits a technical foul?
Daplis na, no?
Seemed like it was still part of the play. Could have been a foul. Anyway, play goes on.
Lalong nag-iinit yung mga side ng tinitingnan ko kaibigan natin sila Coach Caloy and Coach Mike Buendia doon. Mas mainit sila kay Coach Yang din sa mga pangyayari dyan.
Humihingi pa rin ng explanation si Coach Caloy. Ito, baka may maikwento sa atin si Eileen. Eileen?
Gentlemen, to simplify what happened in the first half, Coach Caloy Garcia summarized it as Meralco was more physical. Ika nga niya, they can't seem to get anything going, being limited to just 5 fast break points and 1 point off turnover. It is uncharacteristic for them to be shooting at 27% from the field. So in an effort to generate momentum, Coach Caloy said they have to start settling down, especially since their poor defense has led to poor offense. Ayaw nila umabot ko ng Game 2, so ang hinihingi nila is for the Elasto Painters to do something quick now. Balik sa inyo.
That's gonna be a foul on Quinto. Thank you, Eileen, for that report. Ang I think visible dito, Coach Jolly, is nakontra ng Meralco kung ano yung gustong gawin ng Rain or Shine. Every time Rain or Shine tries to run, ando nakaset up yung depensa ng Bolts.
Sinira yung momentum kagad. That's when they're at their deadliest touch. Get some defensive stops. Itatakbo nila ang bola. Everybody, the whole team gets excited. The crowd joins in. Kaso hindi natin nakikita yung magmula sa Rain or Shine.
Quinto wants it against Karakot. Inaatake ng Meralco itong si Andre Karakot. And it's been Bates mopping up the misses underneath.
The thing is that they're not really doing anything special sa offense. Diba? You're talking about Meralco, of course.
I agree with you. I mean, efficient lang yung ginagawa nila.
Atake CJ, nag-miss siya. Brandon Bates is just there. And like you said, to just clean that up. Ito yung atake ni Adrian Noco, finally getting something from him. Last panic ng Rain or Shine. Does he make it 29? Yes, he does.
So in 2.5 minutes of action here in the third quarter, Meralco has not really been able to make a dent. Or, sorry, Rain or Shine has not been able to make a dent dito sa lamang na Meralco. Loose up to the corner. Quinto, nakatalikod sa kanya yung depensa pero nagmintis pa rin si Bo. Naghahanap ng foul. Nokum, straight to the cup! Finishing through the foul!
Ito yung sinasabi natin dyan, diba? Get that bench involved, get this crowd involved. That's where they're most deadliest pag tinatakbo nila ang bola. This is one of the most exciting players in the PBA is this kid right here. His name's Adrian Nokum.
Alam mo, sayang kay Nokum. Yung, I don't know if there has been any attempt. Ito lang yung nakita ko so far na dunk attempt niya in the PBA, yung sa barin. Kaya lang nagbintis. I mean, I've been waiting for a Nokum dunk in the PBA kasi kaya niya naman eh.
I'm sure, yeah. Oh.
He usually finishes with finesse.
Yan ang Pinoy style, di ba? Mga magagandang layup tayo eh.
Dati sa atin, the Pinoy dunk, top board.
Here's a nice stop mula sa Rain or Shine. Can they string up some points, John?
Norwood will go inside and Gabe will find a way to get to the free throw line. Nakakuha ng foul mula kay Newsome.
Pinag-usapan natin kanina, di ba? Rain or Shine, magaling na mga comeback kids. Let's see if they can just chip away dito sa ating second half.
May challenge si Coach Luigi dun sa foul na tinawag kay Nunu. Coach Luigi, his first challenge in this game. Nararamdaman niya na medyo nabubuhayan nito Rain or Shine.
Tama. Almost like a timeout, di ba? Parang sinisira niya lang yung... There is some momentum coming nakikita natin dito sa Rain or Shine, di ba? After yung atake ni Adrian Nokum na yun. And then ito mukhang masusundan ng sa free throws magmula dito kay Gabe. Hininto na kaagad ni Coach Luigi and by using his challenge.
Well, ang Meralco, if you look at their bench over the last few plays, parang they've been...
There's a legal contact on Chris Newsome. It's a shooting arm po ni Gabe Norwood. Therefore, the challenge of Meralco is not successful.
Oh, ayun. Pinakinggan muna natin yung hatol. That was referee James Paez na sinabing hindi successful yung challenge ni Coach Luigi. Ito yung nangyari, Coach Jolly. Another look at it. Usually, pag makita mong biglang inalis yung kamay, 99% of the time may tumama kasi.
Pero ang tao kasi sinasabi, manipis ang contact. Manipis yung ibig sabihin.
But there is contact.
Tama ka, contact is contact. So, foul pa rin. Pero ako, they have a nice lead here. Pinutol lang, sabi mo rin pinutol lang yung momentum by calling out that challenge. Wala lang silang challenge, but yeah, let's see if they'll be able to take care of this 25-point lead. Meralco, eto na ba ng kaunti? Eto na ng kaunti ang Rain or Shine, ha?
Bates, iwan kay Quinto. That was a nice press break for Meralco.
Magandang sagot. From that, was that a 5-point swing na ginawa ng naging 25. Mike Malonzo will try to earn it from the free throw line.
So mukhang dito sa third, like going back to the report of Eileen, di ba, na Meralco yung naging physical in the first half. Yun ang basa ng Rain or Shine and they're trying to be the instigator of the physicality dito sa third. And that's why they've gone to the free throw line a couple of times already.
Very important free throws magmula dito kay Mike Malonzo to bring it back to 25. And then, yeah, just continue to try to get some defensive stops. Tulad ng ginawa nila in the first couple of possessions. There it is, 25. One big stop if you're Rain or Shine.
They're also extending their defense to the backcourt. Pero nakita natin kanina, handa naman yung Meralco. Tarakot forcing the turnover. It's Nokum on the run. No kicking violation called there. Play continues. Under 8 minutes left in the third.
Tingnan natin ang mabuti ang depensa ng Rain or Shine.
Quinto, aatake kay Santi. Naglambitin, pasok pa rin.
Galing ng control. Binanggayan na nga siya ni Leonard Santillan. Pero still able to fade away and make a bucket. Bong Quinto.
Malonzo wants to attack Bates. Oh, Bates says, I don't think so. What in the world are you thinking, he says.
I like the stare down. I like the stare down. Oh, malabali pa.
Sabi ni Bates,
spike yung supalpa.
Talaga? Yun talaga yung plano mo?
Ito yung mahirap na natira nitong si Bong Quinto ay naipasok pa rin. Talaga lang, sabi niya. What a block. Brandon Bates. Sino?
Brandon Bates gets called for a technical.
Because of the stare down? Goodness.
I'm interested in that reaction. Why my goodness on that? There have kasi iba-iba kasi yung schools of thought there.
Okay.
As someone who stepped on the court, Coach Jolly, sa level na to, alam mo yung emotions na tumatakbo, lalo na sa level na to.
Stare down. Ang sarap ng pakiramdam dyan eh. Ang mahirap sumupalpal ng jump shooter. Kasi isang fake lang, pag kumagat ka, pwede ka nang atakin. Na-timingin niya. Ang ganda ng pakiramdam nun. Kaya hence, the stare down. Here comes another nice attack to the basket. Magmula kay Adrian, no? Kung free throws na naman. Masarap ang pakiramdam nun eh. Makasupalpal ng ganun.
Mapalipad mo yung bola.
Oo, lipad eh. Pupunta dun sa second row ata yun. So, ando na nga yung stare down. Ayaw pala nila ng gano'n.
Nako, dami yung sigurong fine kung naglalaro. Import pa yata si stairs.
Di wag naman. Lalaki nun eh.
But Coach Jolly, that's back-to-back free throws na namintes ng Rain or Shine, which could be okay if only they weren't down by this big. You need all the points.
Exactly.
Ninokom 2 of 7 from the line. Goodness.
Aray ko.
Buti na lang, nakuha niya ulit. And he gets 2 points right back.
Sabi niya, ito, hindi ko i-miss ito. Gandang layup, brings it back to a 25-point difference. Mataas na bundok. Kailangan akitin ng Rain or Shine.
We go half speed. Look for the guard-to-guard handle. Guard-to-guard handle. And then keep attacking. Keep moving the ball. Doesn't have to be Bates getting the ball on the offense. Right? Final action. Go with the pick. Okay? You go and rebound down there. We'll find the best possible one-on-one from the outside. Okay? You steal inside. Get the rebound.
So kanina nga, naspatan na natin si Coach Norman Black dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. We have more members of the Gilas Filipinas gold medal team in the 33rd Southeast Asian Games present here. VJ Pre.
Present, si Pre.
Pre. Musta Pre? Ito si Justin.
Yes.
Ito gusto rin natin kamusahin. And I'm not gonna be surprised if Justin finds a way back to a PBA roster very, very soon. He deserves to be in this league, for sure.
Di ako naniniwala kay Poy, kay JP Aram na Team C daw sila. No, you are not Team C, JP Aram. Whatever it is, you brought home the gold, and yeah, congratulations to all of us.
Absolutely. At congratulations at maraming salamat sa lahat ng Pilipinong atleta na lumaban at tinaguyod yung ating bansa. Tinaas ang bandera sa Bangkok, sa Thailand in the 33rd SEA Games. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino. Saktelyan with a block. No stare downs given there. The block was enough. Nokum attacking. The cross. Nokum defying the defense of Meralco.
I don't want to be a spoiled sport, pero I think he got away with one more, with an extra step there. Nonetheless, kailangan ng Rainer siya. Tingnan mo yung kanyang atake ha. So boom, kukunin na niya ang bola dito. Pak.
back. Hindi, sorry. Pwede na rin pala.
With the new FIBA rules, hindi na
step,
masyadong new, pero yung gather step,
Okay,
yung 0, 1, 2, hindi ko talaga nabilang, but it
mukhang it looks good
parang
naman.
pwede.
Okay. Si Bong Quinto was in the face of the officials. Sinasabi niya, traveling niya. Tingnan natin. Unti-unti lang. 22. This was once upon a time a
34-point lead.
Thank you, sir. And eto na. Eto na nga sila. Rain or shine.
Banquero, pinagpag. Offensive foul on CB. Karakot getting the stop.
Turning out to be quite a third quarter para sa Rain or Shine. They're getting some breaks here, some buckets. And then plays like this, defensive plays like this, I'll add para dito kay Dre Karakot.
You did mention it, mataas yung bundok na kailangan akyatin. Pero ang importante, umuusad.
Yes.
Look at Santillan, grab that board.
Over-rebounder Clifford Hodge, partner.
Karakot to Santi for 3. Finally for Rain or Shine. A three-pointer falls. 19-point game.
19, yes.
This is the first time since the first quarter na bumaba under 20 yung lamang netong Meralco. What a move by AB!
Kanya-kanya kamay, illegal. I always say this about the dexterity of Aaron Black. Kaliwete po yan.
Offensive foul! Called on Karakot! That is a big time break para sa Meralco.
Sayang yun, ano? Kasi
ayun.
They gave away the play up dito kay Aaron Black. And then the other side, yun ang mangyayari sa kanila.
And you know what? With this budding comeback, with this comeback attempt of Rain or Shine, nakakaramdam ng pressure ng Rain or Shine dahil ang laki nung hinahabol nila. Yes. Nakakaramdam na rin ng pressure ng Meralco because dahan-dahan bumabalik. And it's getting a little bit physical. You know, tension is rising dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum. It's playoff atmosphere for sure.
And that's to be expected magmula sa Meralco Bolts in their heads na yun na nga, once upon a time, this was 34 points itong aming kalamangan. 21, naging 19 na yan. It's back to 21 now.
And I like that. No technicals. Wala rin naman kasi masyado nag-react na. They knew, both gentlemen knew it was part of playoff basketball and fighting for their teams. The thing was, yung foul is before that attempt. Sa bangga pa lang, sa atake. So, sideline inbound lang tayo.
If you're Rain or Shine, you want to continue playing D, trying to get some defensive stops. Starts right here.
Villegas. Stuck against Quinto. Banquero has it. Looking for 4.
Kailangan na nilabas.
That's going to be a shot clock violation. Alam mo si Villegas, Coach Jolly, Salgado Villegas is doing a good job guarding the wings kasi nagkakaroon ng mga cross matches na pupunta siya sa wings.
Hindi madali yung kalagayan niya. We were talking about him, di ba, nagumarahe ng years. Suddenly, dadating ka sa isang laro na playoff na, di ba, kailangan natin manalo. Kailangan siya.
Karakot on Black. AP, gagamit ng screen mula kay Bates. Forces the switch. Villegas on him. Solid defense. And a foul called on Villegas. Nang hinayang siya because na-stop niya na eh. But then, di na rin naman umangal doon sa pito.
This is the mismatch na gusto nila. Di ba? Quickness over yung size nitong si Villegas.
Ang problema dito, penalty na. And Aaron Black, well, he hasn't made He was 0 for 3 to begin with, bago yung free throw na yan.
Again, the strange numbers of players. Pero he has two or three three-pointers na itong si Aaron Black.
Dalawang tres. Total of 11 points for him. $12 now for AB. Ties Hodge for team high. Actually, game high yan because yung highest scorer ng Rain or Shine is Nocum with 11. Gets it to game. Villegas for 3. No go. Nocum fighting for it, and he will not be able to chase that ball down. Naubusan ng espasyo.
Well, whatever it is, shot 23 looks much better than 34. So, saka marami pa tayong basketball. We're 4.5, third quarter pa lamang. So, let's see, Rain or Shine, Clarito in. And Gabe Norwood is out muna.
Alam mo, it's a 23-point lead. Pero, you kind of feel na hindi pa rin, nadikit pa rin, nabuhay pa rin itong Rain or Shine. Here's Newsome. Hodge, bibitaw ng tres. That's off to the right. Rebound, Clarito.
They're going to let him shoot that all day, di ba? Well, that's not his strength. So if Hodge fires up a three-pointer, kumbaga close out mo short lamang. You're going to let him take that shot.
Nocum, hindi makaraan. Now it's Pringle. Kyongson fires it up. Wala, but Villegas, labas kay Nocum. Tres sa kanto, wala pa rin. And that's been the story para sa Rain or Shine.
Ganda na sana ng kanyang offensive rebound, Luis Villegas, pero no second chance points there para sa Rain or Shine.
Newsome to Quinto. 5 segundo na lang sa shot clock nila. They have to come up with something. Turnover nga lang ang nangyari dun.
So Brandon telling Bongkito, I wasn't ready for that. Kala ko ititira mo na kasi yung atake niya parang yung buwelong layup na. So getting ready for a rebound. That was Brandon Bates. Nothing there para sa Meralco Bolts. And if you're Rain or Shine, gusto mo ng marami pang ganon, di ba? Mga defensive stops.
Well, si Bates kasi alam niya rin naman yung role niya sa team. But eventually, he'll also have to be ready, di ba? Sa mga ganong atake, he's gonna have to make himself an option. Kahit hindi primary option.
Maganda yung 8, 9, 10 rebounds niya per game. Okay yun. Pero di ba, yung ganong mga drop passes, yun, he has to be, tama ka, he has to be ready for that. Ayan, ang sarap na target niya. That's about 6'8", shot.
Oh, look at Hodge. 14 points for Cliff. Remember, first quarter pa lang, 10 puntos na yan.
Nothing special. Back down lang. Di ba? Easy jump hooks para dito kay Clifford Hodge. 16 assists for Meralco. 5 lang para sa Ross.
Mamuya could not get the layup. Pero 2 free throws yan para kay Mamu. A timeout will be requested here by Rain or Shine. Lumaki na naman kasi itong lamang ng Meralco. It's back to 25.
To go over the screen, under the show, and play one-on-one. Okay?
75? You're still watching the PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup quarterfinals. Twice to beat po itong Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, but they've struggled in this game. Yung mga usual na gumagawa para sa kanilang coach, hindi masyado nakakagawa ngayon.
I think you mentioned it, Judge, about 5 or 6 players who average in double digits dito sa Rain or Shine. And yun na nga, hindi natin nakikita. And I believe those guys, no, the first 3 guys dito sa ating board, dito sa ating graphic, Clarito, Santillan, and Johnson,
puro mga double digits ang mga averages ng mga yan. And yeah, tonight is only 6-6-4 at si Dre Garakot hindi pa po nakaka-score dito. So really a struggle on the offensive side para dito sa Rain or Shine. Pero it's because of the nice Meralco defense din kasi. Diba?
Yeah.
From the get-go, yung kaagad, the concentration on getting defensive stops, very, very evident. And then we saw them doing very well sa kanilang opensa. Again, diba? The Clifford Hodge back to the basket shots, and then cutting to the basket. Raymond Almazan, easy layups para sa kanya.
Yun lang talaga ring first half ng Meralco. They built such a big cushion na parang bumagsak na rin yung balikat ng Rain or Shine. I mean, at any point of a game, pag makita mong 30 na yung lamang ng kalaban, you get demoralized to a certain extent. Buti nga itong Rain or Shine, di ba? They found a way to gather and regroup, and they went on a run dito sa third. But still a long ways to go for them. 23 pa rin ang lamang ng Meralco.
Walang orasan is still on their side, no? Rain or Shine. 2.5 remaining, third pa lamang ito. So may fourth pa tayo.
Banquero trying to attack. Nasarhan ang pinto. Great defense there, but nobody getting the board. Cancino. Medyo tahimik pa nga si CJ in this game. CB forces it up. And another offensive rebound for the Bolts.
Come on, Rain or Shine. You gotta get that rebound.
Rain or Shine is actually the league leader in rebounds, but it hasn't been on display here.
Sakit. Only to end up with fouling Bongkito here. He's gonna fire up a couple of free throws. Diba? Rebound talaga dapat.
Dalawang offensive rebound yun in that play.
So, once he makes a free throw here, those are going to be second chance points na para sa Meralco. It's a good point. CJ Cancino, parang it's mostly the vets today, di ba? Going to work, the Clifford Hodges and the
Actually,
Newsoms.
ito quietly, Cancino has 10 points.
Agis na rin.
6 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists. Yeah. So, he's been contributing, pero loud lang talaga how Newsom and Hodge set the tone para sa Meralco in the first quarter, in the first half.
Sila talaga nag-build ng magandang kalamangan netong Meralco Bolts, and free throws from Bongkito.
Oh, here now. Yeah, 24-point lead. Pringle has it. A professional scorer, Stanley Pringle, 2-time scoring champion, passes it out to Clarito. Gets it back, Pringle for 3. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. This is what they need. Stanley Pringle, 3-pointers. Ano ito? 21.
Eh, sinasabi natin, you can never count Pringle's ability to score. You can't count it out. Banquero labas kay Quinto. 3 to shoot. 4 bibitawan. Rebound Clarito.
It's a nice defensive stop. A nice rebound magmula dito kay John Clarito. He gets clipped by Clifford Hodge.
Yeah, and he's upset.
Nakakabalang puruan, nakahawak sa panga itong si Clarito.
Pero sorry agad si Cliff.
Yeah.
Said it wasn't intentional, pero siguro sa sakit din talaga. Ito si Cliff na lumalapit pa. To apologize, not to confront or anything.
Yes.
Nagsasorry lang si Cliff Hodge. Ilan ba si Cliff? Ilan na rin yung tinanggap niyang mga ganyan hindi sadya.
Kanina, di ba? Bagsak siya, mga mata. Yung namumula pa nga yung kanyang hindi naman yung kaliwang mata niya.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oo nga, no? Galing lang yan dun sa kanina. Ngayon lang kasi natin nakita yung
up close, no?
What the damage was.
Siguro sabi din niya, namimigay kayo eh.
tumanggap din kayo. Jonard naman nakahawak dito sa parting panga niya dahil ayun naman tinamaan din itong si Clifford Hodge. Pag sa real time, ang hirap makita din ng mga... Teka.
Oh, this is big! Look at it.
Middle of your screens, Clarito, Hodge. Sundot pa akyat. Parang gaganin din sundutin ka. Sana lang itong si Clarito. Missed the ball totally at tumama sa mukha nitong si Clarito. Flagrant foul, penalty 1. Bartolina, 3 minuto itong si Cliff Hodge.
All important free throws plus possession para sa Rain or Shine. You know what? Itong possession na to, including this free throw, pwedeng ito yung mag-spell kung may pag-asa pa sila or wala in this game.
Good point. Parang baka maging changer. Of course, Cliff Hodge is hoping na hindi, di ba? Dahil
and then you get 2 minutes in the fourth quarter na alam mong hindi pwede ipasok si Hodge, the energizer bunny of Meralco.
Great point.
Crucial stretch para sa Rain or Shine. Yongson, mundi ka mawala yung bola sa kanya. They swing it, Mamuya for 3, wala! But that ball will stay with Rain or Shine.
Daming referee dun sa panig ng Rain or Shine. Nakaturo ng gano'n.
Kung paramihan lang ng tinuro, baka bola talaga ng Rain or Shine.
Naniwala na lang officials sa dami nila, no? Ayun,
majority wins ba?
Oh.
Here's Pringle. He hit a 3 earlier. Gusto ni Clarito, atakihin si Quinto. Offensive foul on Jonard.
Ganda ng pagka-establish ng position. Parang kinat Parang kinat ni Bongkito yung parang lane nitong si Jonard Clarito. Jonard asking for a flop. Tinan mo, kakatin niya. Terrific play magula dito kay Bongkito. It's just heads up.
I have a question din dyan no? Kasi kung gumagalaw pa rin yung defender, pero may bump talaga. No question about Clarito using his shoulder to bump in, try to create separation.
Galing technique din, boss. Kung isipin mo, pareho silang gumagalaw. Kakatin niya, parang, di ba, he just stand in front of yung, yun na nga, yung rumaragasal, yung path nung umaatake.
Oh, look at CB. That was a difficult layup.
9 seconds.
Rain or Shine looking to end the third quarter with a basket. Mamuyak with a step back. Mamuyak with a 3.
Obviously, that's going to count, Judd. Again, reminding everybody, this was 34 points once upon a time. Ends up to be a super third quarter para sa Rain or Shine because of the shots like this magmula dito kay Mamuyak.
18 pa rin yan, pero if you're Rain or Shine, you're saying 18 na lang. Fourth quarter when we come back.
Just slip over there, okay? Look for that. Because this guy's getting over screen, needs to get there. Understand? Hard roll to the basket. Hard roll to the basket. Defensive. 75.
Noong naglaro ang Rain or Shine at Meralco back in October, it was a close match. Dito, malayo ang lamang ng Meralco because initially in the first half, they attacked the paint over and over again at walang nagawa yung depensa ng Rain or Shine to slow the Bolts down. Tapos pagdating naman sa outside shooting, tumama pa rin yung mga tira sa labas ng Meralco. In the first half, 1 tres lang para sa Rain or Shine. They really struggled. Medyo gumanda naman yung shooting pagdating na third quarter, but the efforts on both ends also have belonged to the Bolts. 16 points off turnovers. They started out with effort on the defensive end. And kasi yung intensity nitong Meralco, alam mo tingnan mo pa lang the way they play, alam mong win or go home talaga tong larong to para sa kanila. And they're playing like it. They're playing like a team who wants to play again. But rain or shine on the uprising.
You're talking about him just scoring champ once upon a time, Stanley Pringle. Can't go wrong with setting some screens for him and getting him some open looks to the basket. Eto na sila.
Banquero may hawak. It's Cancino. Stepping back, 3 on the way. Difficult shot, no good. Good save by Banquero. Reset etong Meralco. Uy. And Salgado Villegas.
Sayang yun. Dapat vertical lang siya. Mas malaki ng size difference niya compared to CJ Cancino. Di ba? He just stood up there at hindi na humataw. Ganda na ng help niya. Eksakto pag spin ni CJ, andun siya.
Hinabot lang talaga. But it was the right read, di ba? For Villegas. I know he hasn't really been able to score yet. Hindi pa malakas yung impact.
No, timing din eh, di ba?
Yeah, but defensively, coach, he's helped out.
Yes.
Lead back to 18.
Kung ako sa kanya, just do those big man things. Ayan, set some screens, be that presence underneath, get a lot of rebounds. Luis Villegas.
Yung Son stopping. He really has been off today, and that's hurt. Rain or shine, 2 of 11, only 4 points for CT.
Somebody has to help Mamu. Galing din dumipensa talaga ng Mamu.
That's been his calling card. In fact, maraming mga nagulat with how brilliant his offense has been here in the PBA kasi mula high school pa lang yan. Yung kanyang depensa, yun talaga ang nagpakilala dito kay Gian Mamuya.
Well, ibinalik na lang dito kay Bong Quinto. Kanina si Bong ang nag-draw ng charge. Ang ganda na pag-draw ng charge ito si Bong Quinto. Binawiyan siya. Ganun din ang ginawa ni Mamu sa kanya. Nakapag-establish ng position. Just standing in the path of Bong Quinto. Yun lang, took a hit right there. Nakita natin, kaliwang siko nitong si Bong Quinto sa pool.
Umangat sa baba. Now, before we hear kung ano yung hatol, let's remind people na meron na pong natawagan ng isang flagrant foul sa Meralco. That's Cliff Hodge. Kaya rin nakaupo pa ngayon si Cliff Hodge.
Normally, hindi ganyan katagal umupo ang isang Clifford Hodge. They actually don't have the luxury iuupo siya ng masyado matagal. They need him.
And we're mentioning that dahil kung matawagan din ng flagrant to si Quinto, that's gonna be 5 minutes on the bench. Ito na, si referee Peter Balaw almost ready to make the announcement as we take a look at it again. Offensive lang. Common foul for Bong Quinto.
Ang gulo natin kanina, akala ko sa Mukati naman si Mamu, hindi naman parting dibdib lang kaya regular offensive foul magula dito kay Bong.
But, okay. Si Mamu kasi medyo sa jaw nakakapit. Baka umabot din, baka tinamaan din. But he's okay. Coach Luigi wasn't happy with that call. Coach Yang, siya ngayon ang natawagan ng technical foul.
Well, one thing's for sure, Jut, emotions are high.
Cancino knocks down the free throw.
Again, twice to beat po rain or shine dito, pero if you're Coach Yang and rain or shine, you want sana to end it na here. Di ba yung tinatawag nating momentum shift? Baka mangyari yun. At napakalakas ng dating ng Meralco nung first half kanina. Nilamangan ng 34 po.
Pringle putting the moves on Quinto. Si Mamuyak ngayon falling away, one of his favorite shots, pero hindi papasok.
Sayang yun. 19.
Medyo tinanggal na ng Meralco yung paa nila dun sa silinyador eh. Pero they're preserving their lead right now.
Should not be the case. Jut, no? Dapat, maganda yung sinabi mong, di ba? Dapat pedal to the pedal to the metal pa rin dahil again, everybody knows yung capabilities ng Rain or Shine na makabalik sa isang ball game.
Lalo na nung nababa nila to below 20 at the start of the fourth. Ito yung magandang basa ni Mamuya. Nasa angulo ba si Cancino to give up that foul? Was he going for the ball?
Wala namang transition take dahil he was right in front pa naman ng Mamuya.
Oh, that's what they're reviewing right now.
I don't think ibibigay yung transition take foul. It's a regular foul. I'm guessing.
Transition take foul on number 71, CJ Cancino.
Interesting.
I understand what you're saying. Oo. Pero ako, kaya sumatap na lang ako. Iba rin po kasi yung angulo na nakikita ng ating mga officials. And they're right there on the floor.
With conviction pa yung sabi ko eh, no? Malino.
But again, I completely understand what you're pointing out, no? And ano naman kayang ikikwento sa atin
on my side, Jat.
Ni Eileen. Always, Coach. Eileen, kampihan mo rin si Coach Jolly.
Gentlemen, in an effort to force this matchup into a do-or-die situation, defense and poise ang naging point of emphasis ng Meralco Bolts in their latest huddle. According to Coach Sandro Soriano, the ball screen attacks of Rain or Shine are the ones hurting us, so we need to learn to defend that better. While offensively, Coach Leonard would like their bigs to start the defense in the middle of the paint, then shifting quickly to the wings to open up the driving lanes. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much. Here now is AB. Labas kay Cancino. 4 ang hahanapin. That's short. Running start para kay Clarito. Jonard. Labas kay Mamu. Extra pass. Yongson. It's Pringle for 3. Couldn't knock it down.
Can't complain about that play, Chat, diba? Magandang ball movement, ends up in paulit-ulit tayo. Once upon a time scoring champ, diba? Yun ang mga gusto mong tumira ng mga 3-pointers mo. Miss lang talaga si Stanley.
Black. Now it's Cancino going downhill. CJ hindi lang nakumpleto yung kanyang layup. But a foul will send him to the line.
Seeing Gabe Norwood trooping to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. Baka for Villegas. Again, Gabe just gets a good number of points and rebounds in the past how many games.
You know, itong si CJ Cancino, one of the things that will really tell you na parang siya nang may hawak ng susi ng offense ng Meralco, the field goal attempts per game.
Dami.
He averages 14.5 attempts from the field. Si Chris Newsome, na alam naman ng lahat na siya yung dating no question na bossing sa offensa.
Bossing sa Meralco, okay.
12.2 attempts na. So they've been going to this young man a little bit more than they go to Nunu.
Pero if he makes it happen naman, Chaps, diba? He has a nice percentage. Dahil a lot of 20-point games to the elimination round. At eto na naman ang Meralco getting that nice defensive stop.
4 of 30 from 3-point range. Ang Rain or Shine. Almazan trying to take advantage of Pringle. Rios biglang lumitaw. It's CB from the corner. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound Mamuya. Tatakbo si Mamu. Mamu locked up. That's going to be a jump between Rios and Mamuya.
So prior to that, parang stagnant naman itong opensa ng Meralco Bolts. Titingnan natin what Mamu and the rest of Rain or Shine can do with this jump ball situation right here.
So upo muna si Cancino and then balik si Hodge with 8 and 14 left in the fourth. The biggest lead of Rain or Shine was 34 points. Nangyari po in the second quarter. Nababa ng Rain or Shine to as little as 16, pero parang yun na yung pinakamalapit na nakakuha nila. And Meralco wins the tip. Watch out for Black and Clarito. Nagkukulitan. top of your screens. Hodge. Now it's Black. The switch puts Norwood on AB. Hindi papasok yung tres, and Pringle will grab the board. May foul pa agad na itatawag sa Meralco.
Magandang defensive stop magmula sa Rain or Shine this time. Tingnan natin kung makapag-capitalize. And you mentioned it, naibaba hanggang 16. 19 ang hinahabol ni Stanley Pringle and Rain or Shine.
And they will call for time right now. 7:49 to go. They got to make their move as soon as they can.
Jensen switched, which is good, okay? Jensen flashed, which is good. But stay wide, okay? For him to get now, you go inside, all right?
Who do we want to attack?
Huh?
Who do we want to attack?
We want to attack with Raymond inside.
So we'll let Raymond set the screen?
Raymond set the screen. If it's Pringle or even Mamuyako, whoever.
Eto Meralco, they know that they had to come out here with the best basketball they can play, and they did just that. Behind their young gun, CJ Cancino, who's getting closer and closer to a double-double.
Yeah. 14 and 8, Jap, may dalawang assist pa. And ang dami niyang 20 plus point games sa elimination phase natin. Kung hindi man 20, 18 pa rin. Di ba? Talagang such a revelation is CJ Cancino.
Back in the season 49 draft, when Meralco called CJ Cancino's name as Cancino climbed up the stage, nag-fist punch siya, you know, in celebration of him joining the Bolts. I felt like parang it was symbolic na he really wanted to join this organization, and he's thriving here with Meralco.
Nice start. Kita mo yung raw emotions. You were right there emceeing that chat, so you see all these nice raw emotions.
So nakiki-photo bomb lang ako sa lahat ng photos.
Liyad lang pag meron.
Ipapakiusap ko kay Kong, tabi tayo next year.
Yan. Siguradong litaw na litaw ka na.
Larito.
Importante yung mga free throw ni Jonard. 7.5 pa to, Jat. Again, ang orasan naman is on their side pa. Okay pa to.
9 points. Para kay Clarito, hasn't had the best of shooting from the field. 3 of 11 lang. And that's a lowly 27%. Pero sinusubukan naman buhayin yung team niya in other ways. That's gonna go back to Rain or Shine.
Maya-maya ng konti, Jat. TNT Magnolia naman.
Isa pa yun na hindi mo masabi kung sinong Yamato, sinong Dehado.
TNT with the twice to beat advantage.
And Gyeongson finally gets a shot to fall in. Only his third field goal of the game.
Ito na naman yung 16 na sinasabi mo, Jat. Titignan natin kung mababasag na nila yung barrier na yan. Diba? Naibabat as low as that. And then bumalik na naman yan sa 20 mahigit. Titignan natin.
Newsome dumping it down low to Hodge. That shot.
There's the stop right there.
Bounces out, and here's Norwood. Gusto umatake. Good defense by Rios. Wala pa rin para kay Gabe. Mamu will attack. Iwan sana kay Clarito. A little bit too much passing. At nang hinayang si Gabe doon, he got stopped by Rios twice, and Jansen Rios has been getting Meralco some very important stops.
Naiilang yata din sila kay shot blocker Raymond Almasan din sa ilalim. Umiiba mga kilos.
Pringle, no! That would have been huge. Hindi nga nang pumasok yung tres ni Stanley. And wisely, Meralco will slow things down. Newsome to Rios. Atake. Maglalambitan, no good. Ito na naman ang Rain or Shine. Rios with a steal.
And you mentioned yung depensa ang ginagawa ni Jansen Rios in the past how many plays. Not only hitting some three-pointers para sa Meralco, getting some stops as well.
Remember, kanina, he forced Mamuyak into a lockup, into a jump ball. Ayun naman, si Almazan saving the day with a tip.
Nakikita natin yung value ng merong magaling na panentro, di ba? Abang-abang lang dun sa may ilalim. Cleaning that up, rock and roll, Raymond.
Mamuyak finishes through the foul.
That time, pinrotektahan niya against the magandang dinidepensa nito si Jansen Rios. Diba? Ganda ng pagprotekta niya ng bola using his body. Ito si Mamu. Makikita natin, he'll just explode to the basket. Tapos talagang right-hand layup, protecting that ball.
Textbook yung attacking doon ni Mamu.
Masandal siya ng konti dito kay Jansen Rios. Alam niya ang habulin siya ni Jansen. Buong quinto rush.
Nung araw, ganyan lang naman ang layup eh, di ba? Wala pa mga Euro Euro step, Pinoy step, high ball pick-up, low ball. Wala pang mga
hard ganun lang, no? Go hard to the basket lang every time. Explode to the basket lang. Pero nakakatawa ang ginawa niya. Di ba, it's very creative and inventive. Di ba, kung iisipin mo, di ba, yung mga kilos na mga ginagawa nila, the step backs and all of that, mga magagaling na mga crossover dribbles.
I mean, big credits to all the skills coaches. I know Mamuyak works with better basketball, so works on his game.
Yeah,
a lot.
Sport has evolved talaga, di ba?
15 lamang na Meralco. Newsom has it. Trying to work against Limeti. That's his spot. Watch out for that fade or Newsom. Ooh, Santillan climbed up for that board but hindi nakapitan yung rebound.
Bigay tayo ng konting credit sa magandang depensa ni Limeti na yun. Ano?
Yeah.
Pero, well, it looks like Meralco will keep the ball.
And they'll call for time. We'll be back with more of your PBA quarterfinals.
Make sure the help is there. If they set up a zone, okay? They set up a zone. You inbound the ball, okay? AB.
So spread out. Hey, listen. If you're open for a three, we need to take the three. Okay? If we're open for a three, okay, the things we're looking for now. Quick transition, open threes. Okay?
Gian Mamuyak, the newly minted team captain of Rain or Shine. And these are his numbers. All-around weapon din etong si Mamu.
Yeah. 11.5 points per game, 45%, 3.5 rebounds per game. Ang ganda na ginawa ng Rain or Shine din, di ba? Parang, siyempre seeing that, sabi nga ni Gabe Norwood, parang it's his last conference na. Inabot na niya dito kay Gian Mamuyak. Pero meron talagang leadership quality din itong batang to si Mamuyak.
Pero wag mo nang banggitin kay Gabe.
Wag na.
Binabago nga natin yung isip eh. Ito si Black. Hodge sees a lane. Had to try and invent something. Look at Rios. Get that rebound. I mean, the hustle of Jansen Rios has been a game changer. 3 to shoot. Newsom splitting the defenders, and he will be left with 1.7 seconds. Oh, wait. That actually goes back to Rain or Shine. Parang sigurado si Newsom na kanila bola, but it's Rain or Shine ball. Very important stretch para sa Ross. Nokum. Look at Norwood! On your head!
Wow. That's dunk number 2.
Both put back dunks. And this one came with a foul.
Wow. Still able to elevate, Judd, to see Gabe Norwood.
My goodness, Gabe Norwood. The immortal one.
I like that.
Mrs. Norwood, Mrs. Lay Norwood. You see Cash ang panganay ni Gabe. He doesn't understand what he's seeing from his dad. And of course, Miss Denise Laurel also in attendance in support of a dear friend in Gabe Norwood.
They're going to be like, Dad, what is going on?
Rain or shine, now within 12. This is a 3-possession game bigla, Coach Jolly. At ang haba pa nito, 4.5 minutes. Almost a turnover. Newsome, bigay kay Rios. Aatake si Jansen. The stretch layup.
Really playing both sides of the floor. Jansen, Rios, depensa, opensa, umatake pa.
Nabubuhayan ang mga fans ng Rain or Shine dito sa Big Dome. Nokum, pinagpag na naman si Quinto. And Coach Luigi Trillo, kailangan na nila mag-usap-usap dahil from being down by 34 points, buhay na ulit itong Rain or Shine, just down by 12.
The other thing is, hinuhuli lang natin laro nila. Komportable na tayo sa next game. If they win this one, we'll be more comfortable the next game. Okay? Gusto lang natin mahuli yung laro nila. Okay? So we keep attacking. Hey, listen! We're looking for runouts, quick twos. And we're looking for open threes. Okay? Defense, we're good. Okay?
Rain or Shine, kani-kanina lang. 34 yung tinitingala nila. But thanks to Adrian Nokum, who really turned it on dito sa second half. Rain or Shine, they're back in this game, Coach Johnny.
Well, top of the coverage, we tagged him as one of the more exciting players to watch in the PBA. At eto na nga, with yung mga atake ganito ni Adrian Nokum. Very fun to watch him, lalo na sa open court.
Nokum is only one of 2 players who have scored in double figures para sa Rain or Shine. Yung isa, si Kapitan Gian.
Ayan.
Mamuyak with 16, Nokum with 13. Ang pinaka-importante doon, 12 na lang hinahabol ng Rain or Shine. But Meralco, they'll try to be smart about their approach here. Lemeti, Banquero, a foul called on Lemeti.
Yung mga magagaling na mga ball handlers yan, CB, Chris Banquero, AB as well, para may stability sila. And you mentioned that this is under 4 minutes, 12 to. Pero ang 12 ngayon sa PBA, 3 possessions na lamang. Dati, 4 na possessions to.
Newsome. Black with the attack off the glass. Masyado malakas. And Nokum was not able to handle it. But 0.4 of a second na lang.
Alley-oop na lang ang maaari dito. Pati catch and shoot. Tingnan natin. 2.4.
That's a stop. Oh, a foul!
Goodness.
A foul called on Santillan.
Wow.
0.4 na lang yung naiiwan, but a foul called on Santillan. And that's going to be 2 free throws.
Right, I'm looking at Mamu rushing to Coach Yang, and it seems like they're going to challenge this. Yeah, challenge.
Okay, there's confusion here. Kung papayagan pa ba mag-challenge si Coach Yang. At mukhang hindi na papayagan mag-challenge ang Rain or Shine. Rios pasok yung unang free throw. Yun yung tanong ni Coach Yang kung bakit hindi na pinayagan. Ang ine-explain sa kanya ni technical head Noel Kilingen, naibigay na raw kasi yung bola kay Rios. Rios misses the second. Baka napaganda pa yan for Rain or Shine. Let's see.
Split ang charities na yun. So, 13 itong hinahabol ng Ross.
Oh, again it's Rios.
Rios with the steal!
Chance and Rios in end game, no? Dito sa fourth quarter, kanya mga heroics. Of course, he hit some three-pointers early on, pero grabe ginagawa niya itong fourth.
Black against Limeti. Wala yan, and that's gonna be a foul called on Hodge. At maglalakad tayo pakabila dahil penalty na ang Meralco, and that's automatic 2 free throws for Gabe Norwood. Ito yung foul na tinawag kay Santillan.
Parang kamay nga, pero
na yung sa mukhang dun sa kapit eh. Pag-spin pa lang ni Rios.
But one thing's for sure, Meralco not out of the woods yet. Larong ito.
That's a cost miss.
Rebounding purposes. Raymond Almazan will be sent in for AB. Aaron Black.
If you're just tuning in, Meralco went up by as high as 34 points. That was their lead back in the first half. But the narrative of this game has changed a lot. Norwood, 1 of 2. Meralco up by 12. Monquero nakatawid agad. And CB trying to waste away some time. Newsome versus Norwood.
Trying to weaponize the clock here a little bit. This Meralco talagang inuubos nila itong orasan.
Nuno out to Rios. Oh! Jansen Rios! Money on the 3!
Wow! Jansen Rios, most of his heroics in the fourth quarter.
How big has Rios been dito sa larong to? Kanina puro depensa, but that is a cold-blooded 3.
Almost single-handedly keeping rain or shine at bay, Judd.
Newsome. Hinahabol ni Tiongson now with Santillan in front of him. Nuno making his move. Nuno goes in! Newsome makes it a 17-point game!
Well, somebody doesn't want to go quietly into the night, Chad. Their names are Newsome and Jansen Rios para sa Meralco Bolts, keeping rain or shine at bay. This is back to a 17-point advantage para sa Meralco.
Hindi pa tapos ang Meralco in this conference. They refuse to let this be their last game of the season 50 Philippine Cup. Kala mo wala nang mapupuntahan si Newsome, but Rios hits a 3-point shot na hatid sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook. Mind you, Coach Charlie, si Mamuyak, ang ganda rin ng closeout kay Rios.
Oo nga, doon na eh.
And then look at this. Santillan, excellent defense. Newsome, better offense.
Yeah. Magandang fake spin, comes back. Magandang finish magmula kay Nuno. But Jansen Rios part niya, di ba? Magandang layup, big three-pointer, and on top of those, you were mentioning it kanina pa, yung kanyang depensa, Jansen Rios,
we have to
both sides of the floor nicely, Jan.
We have to give credit to that man, ito si Jansen Rios, because ang dami na natin binanggit ng mga stars and big names sa panig ng Meralco, but Rios has come up clutch. By the way, first of your PBA doubleheader pa lang po ito. Coming up next, Siga Magnolia versus TNT. That's gonna be another epic battle. TNT ang may twice to beat advantage dyan.
Yes.
So, we'll see kung matatapos na nga ba o mag-extend ba. Itong larong to, pati yung mamaya, Magnolia versus TNT.
So luckily nga para dito sa rain or shine, di ba? Number 2 seed sila. They're right there. So, whatever happens, pag natuluyan makakuha ng panalo itong Meralco Bolts, buhay pa rin itong rain or shine.
It's been that kind of a night.
Yeah.
Para kay Kaylan Tiongson. Haven't been hitting their shots.
And yeah, if Meralco goes on to win one, itong first game, Lunes to, no?
That's what we'll try to confirm. No? Dahil ang schedule natin, yes, Lunes nga. Tama, you're correct. And guess what? It was Rios again with another steal. Yun nga lang, hindi nag-materialize for the Bolts.
Pero you gotta love yung kanyang focus, especially on the defensive side. You know, not really known, not talagang defensive stopper, di ba? Pero it's a bunch of intangibles. Tapik dito, di ba? Yung magandang one-on-one defense. Johnson Rios. And then hitting buckets as well. I mentioned it kanina, di ba? That layup and also a three-pointer. He has a total of 12 points. Pero at a very crucial period nung ating laro, Johnson Rios. 6 points in total in the second quarter, then another 6. It's a very important fourth quarter.
Now look at this. Meralco will get the ball back. And this is going to another game, Coach Johnny.
Looks like it, yes.
It's been, Meralco, ang ganda ng simula. Talagang lumayo agad very early in this game. Yung rain or shine, ang hirap nung ginawa nila pagbalik, was able to cut it down to 12. But eventually, Meralco had that finishing kick again, and Newsome just took all the hopes of rain or shine out with that jumper. Kanina sinasabi natin na mukhang naipasa na kay Cancino yung lead cudgels ng Meralco, pero sabi ni Nuno, pag kailangan ako, dito pa rin ako. He has 14.
At kino-compliment nicely nitong si Johnson Rios, di ba? Clifford Hodge had a very nice start as well.
So Salgado Villegas will be called for a foul. Johnson Rios, I mean, yaan yung numerong yan, it doesn't even do justice kung ano yung impact niya dito sa larong to. He has very solid numbers, but yung contribution niya, far more than that. Yung mga intangibles.
Yes. Ito nakita natin, may 4 na steal, di ba? Most of those were done dito rin sa fourth quarter. So yun, forcing turnovers, getting baskets on the other side. Chris Banquero gives them some nice breathing room. 19-point lead, Meralco.
Nokum, sinusubukan lang palapitin. Gat kaya, but it's gonna be a Meralco win, and it's gonna be a do or die on Monday. Ang aalamin na lang natin is magiging double-header ba yun? No, 1 game lang.
Yun na malalaman natin na lang about 2.5 hours chat TNT kontra Magnolia. This is gonna be a terrific win magmula dito sa Meralco Bolts. Pero again, di ba, twice to beat. Kaya ka rin gusto mo talaga habulin yung top 4 na yan. It's because of instances like this, di ba? So, buhay pa rin, Coach Yang Giao and rain or shine. And titingnan natin, it's gonna have to be a total change of mindset para sa kanila, di ba? Yung kanilang umpisa, definitely was not good. 35-15 kaagad ang first quarter, favor ang Meralco. Dapat baguhin talaga ni Coach Yang and whole rain or shine yung pag-start nila ng game sa game number 2.
You know what? There were so many guys na pwede sana natin bigyan ito, but he was the game changer in that fourth quarter. Our best player is Johnson Rios.
Tama ka. At almost single-handedly keeping rain or shine at bay with yung kanyang mga defensive stops and then some timely baskets as well. So both sides of the floor ang nilaro ni Johnson Rios in the fourth quarter. Super basketball magmula kay Rios.
Rios na bigyan lang ng pagkakataon talaga because some of the guys were not available, but he's made the most of that opportunity and he helps Meralco to a 96-79 win over rain or shine, forcing a do-or-die game. And we're gonna have that on Monday. But for now, magpapaalam muna po kami for Coach Jolly Escobar, for Eileen Chi, at para sa aming production and technical teams. Jot Sulit po. Maraming salamat sa panonood ng PBA quarterfinals sa RPTV.
Our best player of the game. Congratulations, Jansen. Magandang pinakita mo today. Ikaw yung naging spark plug actually nung naibaba na ng rain or shine ang kanilang abante. Ano ang naging priorities mo coming off the bench?
First of all, I want to thank God for this win. Yun nga, sabi sa amin ng coaches namin, quarterfinals na to eh. Kaya kailangan maging focus. Lahat ng possession mahalaga. Ako naman talaga, yung ginagawa namin, sabi ni coach, mag-focus lang sa defense. Tapos, to follow na lang yung offense.
Naging successful kayo sa pag-force ng do or die game. This coming Monday, paano nyo ito paghahandaan?
Siguro yung may mga lapses namin, kailangan pa improve. Then, focus lang, kumbaga, kung ano yung ginawa namin na maganda, kailangan doblein pa para makuha namin yung game 2.
Johnson, marami pumunta dito para manood at sumuporta sa iyo at sa Meralco Bolts. Chance para makabati.
Binabati ko nga pala yung Meralco Bolts, PBA, at yung family ko nandiyan nanonood. Yung family ko nasa Romblon and sa Nueva Ecija, thank you.
Thank you so much, Johnson, and congratulations once again to the Meralco Bolts. We will just be taking a quick break, and when we return, makakarinig na tayo from our winning coach.
To the post-game press conference of tonight's PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup quarterfinal game between Meralco and Shine. Meralco won 96-79. We have with us winning head coach, Coach Luigi Trill. Coach, first off, just your thoughts about tonight's wire-to-wire victory.
Yeah, I mean, we started out well. I think the first quarter we were up a big lead. We didn't think that would happen, but I mean, you know, Rainer Shine's a tough team. You know, you looked at them in the third quarter, they won that quarter. It's not going to be easy for us. You know, we weren't probably satisfied in the way that second half went. They kind of do well when they have those small lineups and they're physical, and they almost came back. So, you know, this game we might have won this game, but there are a lot of things we have to clean up. Nokum had 17. He was getting to the basket. Mamuyak was getting to the basket. Their physicality's there. They were a bit off in the three-point line. They were 4 out of 33. That's 12%. So, you know, they might shoot better. But again, I mean, credit also to our guys. At least we got some things right in the first half that gave us that first half lead.
Balikan natin yung aksyon in quarterfinals between Rainer Shine and Meralco. Twice to beat ang Rainer Shine, pero ang Meralco ang ganda ng simula dito. Cliff Hodge, paulit-ulit niyang ginawa yan, Coach Jolly.
Ganun lang, mga back to the basket moves nitong si Cliff Hodge. Again, and nothing special naman, pero just getting the job done. And like you mentioned, a nice start para sa Meralco Bolts, pero sabi ni John Clarito, ito mo nang isang malupit na 16-footer magmula kay John Clarito.
Ang problema lang, parang halos si Clarito lang nakascore. Tapos sa Meralco, may dak-dak pang ganyan. Si Chris Newsom, everything was working towards the side of the Bolts no first.
This is going to be a super first quarter para dito sa Meralco Bolts. Ito naman, moving without the ball, na-pin down niya lamang yung kanyang depensa. And there is the reaction magmula kay Rock and Roll Raymond.
20 agad ang naman ng Meralco after the first quarter. Pagdating ng second quarter, it was, well, some highlights mula sa
Some highlights na ba yan?
Shine.
Some highlights na ba yun?
Kasi ang Gabe Norwood na yan. Pero, Meralco still was able to do a lot of things. I mean, after that shot ni Cancino, tingnan mo, makakaagaw, back-to-back hits.
Oo nga. 4-point swing ka agad nun. Magmula kay, of course, CJ Cancino getting that nice steal, able to finish. At ito, medyo namaga. Itong kalamangan ng Meralco.
Umabot pa nga yan ng 34 points. Dito sa third quarter, dito na medyo mabubuhayan ang Rainer Shine, even if Meralco still was able to come up with baskets like that. Nagkaroon ng run itong Rainer Shine. Pero ang laki na rin talaga kasi ng lamang ng
Meralco. Masyado, that's correct. Never an easy thing to try to come back. Yung nilamangan ka ng 30 plus. Pero still, we're still looking at some nice Adrian Nocum highlights yung kanyang atake. And next will be a Chris Banquero. High off the glass yung kanyang layup.
Banquero was one of the guys na pumatay doon sa sunog that's burning on the side of Rain or Shine because nakalapit talaga sila. They even got to within 12. But there was just a lot of Meralco. Adrian Nocum, he tried to will Rain or Shine back. He had 17 points. Well, actually, it was Gabe Norwood with that put-back dunk.
Gotta show you that. You gotta show you that. Diba? Pangalawang put-back throw down ni Gabe Norwood. Pero ito na si Jackson Rios going to work na dito. That nice layup. This is gonna be one from another three. This is another three-pointer.
That was the dagger. That was the dagger from Rios. Rios was one of 5 Meralco Bolts to finish in double figures. Ito na yung icing on top of the cake.
Yes. Of course.
At the end of the day, babalik ka pa rin kay Nunu.
That's correct. Captain Ball, Chris Newsom, just sending Rain or Shine home dito sa kanilang second. They still have one more game dahil yun nga twice to beat pa po etong Rain or Shine.
96-79 is your final score, and that will be it para sa aming unang handog sa inyo on this PBA Saturday dahil susunod na yung laban ng Magnolia at TNT. In the quarterfinals, twice to beat naman dyan ang tropa. For Coach Jolly Escobar, for Eileen Chi, at para po sa aming talented and hardworking production and technical teams. My name is Jot Sulit. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy ninyong panonood ng PBA on RPTV. Maligayang Pasko sa lahat. Happy holidays. And abangan nyo, susunod na. It's gonna be Magnolia versus TNT.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles.